Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hi!
Hi!
Hey!
Hello.
All these lovely faces. How are you all?
Doing
Tired.
good.
Well,
Yep.
all these lovely faces and HP Fox, I guess.
Damn. Rude.
Look
Jesus.
at that beard. That's not lovely in itself.
I
am pretty
that's gonna
disheveled today.
Lovely.
How is everybody?
Oh,
Tired.
Yeah, tired.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
been
only
a week.
Wednesday.
It has been a week for me. But I'm so glad to see you all. Everybody had a fantastic cast that was on the show last night. Like, that was excellent. Excellent start to the Gibbering Mouthers season 2. That was fantastic.
That was so much fun.
A soft push before they get to go into hell.
A soft push.
Soft push. We were
Yeah.
rocking it. It was great.
Zorro and her character's God mode stats. Jesus. I have 2 18s and nothing else is below a 14.
I have a character coming up in a game that has a 20 in strength at level 2.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's going to be a mess.
Like, you're just gonna hit everything very fucking hard,
God.
aren't you?
So you're either going to turn the enemy or your companions into pace.
Sick puppy.
I mean, it helps when you get high rolls and then you get a race that just likes to
Yeah,
boost that up
They're-
quite a bit. So
they're-
I'm like,
they're playing a fighter, they rolled a natural 18, and they're playing a Goliath. So they got
Oh,
plus 2
God.
to their strength.
oh
And
god,
So they're just going to hit everything real
Yeah.
fucking hard.
tankity tank.
And
Doing what Goliaths do best.
I can't spoil anything,
Wreck.
but the person playing the character is going to enjoy the shit out of that. I'm teasing it because I can, but I can't give you any more specifics yet. I'm still waiting on the yes, you can say more about this.
I'm just going to dangle it in front of your face.
I am. I'm going to tease you with it every chance I get. That makes, that just makes the eventual culmination better. Yeah, we'll go with culmination and not the other C word that I was thinking of. Anyway, Zora, how was your week?
Been a week.
Yeah, what'd you get up to?
It's been up and down. Had a really good weekend to start, at least. Had an old friend come over where we just spent pretty much the entire weekend being nerds and drawing. So that was a lot of fun. And then this week's just been crazy between work and drama and all that fun stuff that makes you feel like you're back in high school.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, other than that though, I'm so happy to be here.
Right on. Well, thank you for joining Gibbering Mouthers on Tuesday nights and joining that cast and crew.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. I enjoy both casts, so it's gonna be great.
Right on. HP Fox, how's your week?
It's been busy, doing a lot of prep work and stuff like that for this week, since Hunter's out for St. Jude in Memphis. We're running some God of War stuff with some special pre-recorded content afterwards. So I've been hustling to get that going and make sure it's ready. And tomorrow's is not ready yet, so hopefully I finish that before the day's out. Yeah, I've been out of the house all friggin' day today, which is why I look so disheveled. I sat down just in time to get the camera rolling and be here. So
Right on. Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Also, those of you who have not played God of War yet, with no spoilers, it's fucking fantastic. They've
I got my copy.
done a really, really good job of taking this outlet of mindless violence from the first 3 or 4 games, because that's really kind of what Kratos is in those games, and humanizing him and showing character growth. And that's all I'm
And
going to
yelling
say.
at your kid.
That's all I'm going to say, because I will sit here and I will talk about it, because never mind. Anyway, I was going to say things, but it's getting into spoiler territory, and it's getting into like my personal experience territory that I'm just going to stay away from. So, Rojan, how's your week?
It's been pretty good. Just started kicking things off with the full-time with a full-time stream schedule. Kicked things off with Ghost of a Tale, which I'm absolutely loving.
Right on.
You get to play an adorable mouse bard who's sneaking through a rat-controlled prison trying to escape and rescue his wife. And you get to find other costumes and disguise yourself as things to get other items in the game. It's absolutely amazing.
I saw Mouse in full plate at one point.
Yeah, it's like, if you haven't played it, I highly suggest you play it. There's not really much combat in the game. It's more you're trying to sneak around everything because you will get slaughtered.
In a semi-related but yet less wholesome comment, apparently they're working on Bard's Tale 4.
Yes.
So, slightly related, much less wholesome, I'm sure, if it has any of the
I
humor
can't wait.
of the previous
Much
games.
less wholesome.
I can't wait. I love Bard's Tale.
Are they getting what's his name? Did the voicing still?
Bruce Campbell,
I don't know.
I hope.
All that I know is that they did say that they were kind of changing playstyle directions a little bit, and it was going to be kind of an action RPG kind of thing, but with some sort of like card game incorporated into it. I don't know how that's going to play out, but
Interesting.
I do know that it's being worked on. I've seen a couple of articles about it, so that's a thing
Yeah.
that's happening.
Yeah, I'm already hyped up for Friday because the backer beta for Kinseed is launching, and they've given the go-ahead for people who have it, who do streams, to stream it. So starting on Friday, I will be streaming that as well.
I don't know what that is.
It's made by a couple ex-Lionhead developers.
Right on.
It's like a brother-sister tale where you start off as a character and you go on adventures and build like your farm, and that character has kids. And when your main character dies, then you take over as one of his kids, and it just continues on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think the only game like that I'm waiting on, or similar like that I'm waiting on this year, is Graveyard Keeper.
Yes.
Which is essentially going to be Stardew Valley, but you're keeping up a graveyard, and
Yeah.
you have to figure out how to finance it. And
I saw that.
Oh my
And you could be really shady and not bury bodies and just dump them into the river
Yep.
and just have people pay for plots.
yes!
One
I saw something about this game.
of
Yeah,
the things
it's
that I
super
saw
cool.
is that there's like a festival in town, and you're in charge of providing the hot dogs.
Yep.
And one of the options is questionable sources of meat. And that's kind of all that they go into.
Would you like another pie, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Oh God.
So I'm actually really looking forward to whenever that comes out.
Yeah. Graveyard Keeper is going to be amazing.
Wow.
I normally like Stardew Valley, not my thing. Animal Crossing, not really my thing. But I will give Graveyard Keeper a try.
I like dark stuff, so
Wow.
Yeah.
Color me intrigued. Wow.
I'm looking forward to that one. Mags, how's your week? What'd you get up to?
what was that?
Are you going to charge me for my late fines?
No.
Okay.
Most of what I've been up to, honestly, has just been artwork and stuff. But y'all remember these things, right? The thing I spent months working on?
I do.
Yes.
Are you getting them installed?
Oh, I already had them installed, remember?
Are you getting them reinstalled?
Eventually. I'm working on my next set.
Right on.
And this set I'm actually gonna sell.
Nice. I might have to talk to you about some. Because my hair is just not growing fast enough for me to do something like that with, and I kind of want to.
As long as your hair is at least 2 to 3 inches long, you can install dreads.
Yeah, mine's gotten down to the base of my chin now, but it's still not growing nearly fast enough for me to do dreads before I turn 40. Let's be honest. So, Raven, how was your week? What'd you get up to?
My week has been good. What have I been up to? BattleTech.
Yeah, I know a couple people that got press releases. You were one of them.
I have had a press release since ever. I had access to the closed beta. I've been waiting for this game. I didn't know it, but for about 28 years now. So I'm enjoying it.
Right on. I know that, and I'm forgetting his last name, Mitch something. The original creator, he also created Shadowrun. Works at Harebrained Schemes, who's the people that did BattleTech and the recent Shadowrun games.
Yeah.
And if gauging how it plays and how it's done by the Shadowrun games, I'm sure it's fantastic.
It's got all the mech customization that you could want. It's got the RPG-ish aspect that they bring in from the Shadowrun games. And it's beautiful.
Right on. It's on my list to pick up. Because I think that and Frostpunk came out at the same time. And Frostpunk is also on my list to pick up. But I've been neck deep in God of War, so I was like, there's no point in me buying anything else for the foreseeable future until I finish this. So, and God of War, I have a feeling is going to be like, oh, I'm done. I'm going to go platinum. Because I'm just enjoying playing it way too fucking much.
Yeah.
I just realized that the demo for Detroit Become Human came out yesterday.
It did. That's something else I need to play, but Dead of War. So.
You have a month.
Okay. All right. I will have to grab it.
Sorry.
No worries. Because that's also
that
a game that is super on my radar. Did Quadratic Dream do that one? Is that who's doing that?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Quantum Dream. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
They did that.
Quantum's
so
good.
Because they also did the Jason
Heavy
game.
Rain.
Yeah.
They did
I
Heavy
can't.
Rain, Beyond
I can't play it. It's a David Cage game. He makes the bad game.
What's the bad game?
What was the bad game?
It's Super Best Friends meme.
Not helping.
I'm okay. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna get onto my soapbox about it, but I have issues with the way that those games play.
Yeah, fair enough.
Consequences?
Lack of.
I don't know. Heavy Rain had some pretty I mean, for the time, I guess if we're looking at when it came out, it's definitely got more consequences to it than anything that's like linear narrative. Like, I don't know. It's got as many consequences as LA Noire does for getting a case wrong. So, you know.
The story of Cole Phelps, worst detective ever.
So, I mean, there's that.
Those were so easy.
Well, it's a matter of like.
That game made me mad because I couldn't be a dirty cop.
Well, I mean, you could, but the story didn't progress very far.
Right.
No, I couldn't run people over. I couldn't take back alley bribes or anything like that.
I know it's by Rockstar, but you can't beat up street cars or run over innocent old ladies. Okay.
No. Can't.
All right. Who wants to give us a rundown of what happened last week and get some inspiration? Before I randomly pick HP Fox to do it.
I was gonna say it can't be Mags or I because we're still both unconscious.
This is true.
Whoa, what? No, what is this?
I'm trying to remember the first half.
The first half, you guys went crabbing.
Oh, that's right.
And then a shark happened. And
Yeah.
She couldn't swim, and she spent a majority of the time in the water having people have to hold her up on the water.
And Zoo was an underwater ballerina during that fight.
Yes, he was a little turkey.
He's so graceful.
Okay, we need to pick one, because he's not going to give us all inspiration.
Go for it, Zora. The other two are unconscious.
Oh, God.
Okay. So the first half was we were chosen. Well, first of all, we got our equipment back. The ones who didn't have all their equipment back, because apparently we were on our best behavior at that moment for Mags and Raven to get the rest of their equipment back. So we all have our stuff back. So we don't have to flirt anymore to gain stuff from maybe, I don't know, I'm leaving that up to them. Anyway, so we went crab fishing where we encountered some fairly large crab and a shark, which we came out successful despite the fact that a couple of them almost drowned. And then we met a new person, a woman with a peg leg that wanted to teach us or train us, whatever, do a drill for boarding a ship when we get raided. Apparently, thinking outside the box in a smart way is not the proper way, so a couple of us were punished for it. There may have been slight rebellion on my end, but still. So after that, we got more and more picked on and beaten over the stupidest shit. So finally got to the point where Mags and Zoo were beaten to unconsciousness. Jenka was finally fed up, wants to mutiny or get off the ship or do something. So we agreed we were going to wait a couple days while the other two recovered, and go from there. And what's her name? Sandra is on board with that since she was helping us heal them. And yeah, Toka, give us the daddy talk.
Yeah, that's fairly accurate. Go ahead and give yourself inspiration.
He gave you the dad talk and called you stupid pups. Or dumb pups.
Dumb pups.
Dumb pups.
Speaking of giving players things, if we hit 15 retweets tonight, somebody here will get an automatic success. We are currently at 12, and we're within the first half hour, so I think you guys can do it. If you haven't done so already, click the link, hit retweet. We appreciate it. And once that hits 15, one of these guys will get an automatic success on something other than Rojan, because he gets it all the time. No, I'm just kidding. If it rolls Rojan, then
It'll
Rojan
be
gets it
Rojan.
too.
It's Rojan.
Can we make it 5-time?
No. If you get it, then I give it to myself. How's that?
I'm fine with that.
So, the night after the beatings continues on. You've all slept. Go ahead and regain your hit points. Remove a point of exhaustion if you have one. Mags, how many does that leave you at? 1? Okay.
Don't worry, she'll fix that shortly.
I'm sure.
Shut your face! Shut your face!
And the bell rings for duties for the next day.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, we agreed to wait a couple days to give the pups a time to recover before we started murderizing everyone's face, right?
You did.
Okay.
It's the theory.
So I think as we're going up, Toka's gonna look at Ari and Zoo and just point and just like stern dad finger. It's just like, be good. And then look over the Jinka. You too.
Okay. So the crew is gathered on the main deck to begin, getting their tasks for the day. And Mr. Pug is going around and starting at the other end from where you are, and you hear him handing out all the good jobs, all the mediocre jobs, and all the bad jobs. And he finally gets to the 5 of you. And he looks at Toka and he says, "Below deck, go help cook."
Toka nods and heads off.
And he looks at the rest of you and he says, "You 4, go man the bilges. Pump them dry."
I did.
Alrighty.
Rojan, why did you just go night mode?
I think Rojan died.
That's a dead Rojan.
Rip
Like,
Rojan.
his face, he
You need to
looks like
screen grab that.
Let me screen grab it real quick. Real quick.
God,
Do it now.
My computer would cooperate.
I'm scared. What happened to his face?
Dead Rojan. Alright.
It looks like he got murdered.
I know, I don't know what happened there.
No, he just went to the kitchen. That's all.
It's Shadow Rojan.
It's dark down in the kitchen.
Apparently he was tired of cooking food. Fuck it, I'm done.
It's like, tonight I poisoned the cook.
That's right. And there he goes.
Shit's getting real.
I know that Saturday he was having some power issues. With
Considering
brownouts and
that
stuff.
looked like lights and then camera.
Action?
And no action.
And no action.
Nope. None.
All right, let me.
I bet he had a power outage.
Yeah, it's been a warm day today, so I'd not be surprised at all if it was another brownout.
Yeah, warm day is an understatement. I'm in Portland, the Pacific Northwest, and it's fucking 90 degrees today. What
Yes,
is this
disgusting.
shit? It's ridiculous.
What's that in the rest of the world temperature?
Stupid hot.
It was very hot today, but
I don't know.
thankfully it was like 80, so not too terrible, but it's a matter of time.
Convert correct temperature
Hi, Rogan.
to
How are
Celsius.
Why did the lights go out? What were you doing
you?
down in the cellar with the cook?
So it was 32 degrees in
Oh.
weird
Ugh.
weird measurements today. All right, so I'm gonna pull the games back up, but they're probably out of order. Yep,
We shall
let me
see.
fix that. HP Fox goes up here.
Shifted.
Rojan goes
It's
down
magic.
here. And Zora goes. Nope, that's HP Fox. There's Zoros. There we
So
go.
I don't have to move at all.
Nope, you and Raven are good.
Magic
Alright.
bird.
It's 50 and raining, and I'm fucking jealous. Holy shit, I would kill for that right now. Rojan, I have a picture for you too. Here in just a second.
Really?
Really.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's great. You'll love it.
It's beautiful.
It's your new DM picture.
I'm gonna drop it in Twitch
Oh
chat.
God, did it?
It did.
It did it. Okay, I got to see this. What the fuck? It's like I'm being absorbed into the shadow realm or some shit.
Also, look at your face.
Your
like,
room
like,
somehow
like
fell into the
this.
Shadowfell.
Like,
It
well,
just-
this is my life.
It was just like that for like a good solid 2 minutes.
Yeah. It was
It was a special moment.
Slushy, you were in the wrong version of Portland. Okay. So, Mr. Pug comes to the rest of the group and informs them that they will be clearing out the bilges today.
What did we do wrong?
And he just kind of
Oh, wait.
smirks.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you are reluctantly leaving the main deck, going down to headed on your way to the bilges, you hear a bell. It's a different bell than the work bell. It's louder, it's shriller, and you hear call from the crow's nest, "Ship ahoy!"
Uh-oh.
Aww.
And you see Mr. Pug turn and look up towards the crow's nest, and the doors to the captain's quarters fly open, banging against the bulkhead. And Captain Harrington immediately rushes out, pushes the wheelman to the side, and begins to steer the ship to give chase to the sails.
Jenka's excited. She goes back up on top deck. She's got her bow out. She's got a big grin on her face.
I think Zoo probably just kind of looks up at Arias and he's just like, no bilges?
Battle, Zoo. Battle.
We gonna fight Zoo.
Don't fight Zoo.
No, we going to fight, comma, Zoo.
Oh, gotcha.
So you're gonna fight Zoo using a comma? It's not really a
Yes.
pirate weapon, but okay.
But it's got that strong point at the
It
end.
does.
And if you don't feel like using strong point, it's got a bludgeony bit.
Exactly. It's got a handle. And... Yeah.
Is anybody going down to inform Toka?
I will.
Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right, that
take
guy.
off for the kitchen.
Okay. And Toka, you hear this cheering and this running of people dashing back and forth across the deck just outside the galley.
Almost feel later.
And then Arias pops his head into the galley.
What's going on?
There's another ship.
I take it we have been ordered to board.
Not in so many words, but I'm assuming so.
I look
The
over to
captain's chasing it.
I look over to Fish Guts.
Is he even conscious?
Yeah,
Is
it's
he,
a
is
good
he
question.
sober?
Is he conscious?
Is he sober?
No, he's not. In fact, he probably has alcohol poisoning.
The cook is dead. Brava.
Long live the new cook.
Toga. Raven and I were there.
Well, in these situations, boarding takes precedent. He's a big boy. He's been drunk most of his life. He should be fine.
What about dinner?
We'll take their dinner.
And their ship. And their supplies. And their gunpowder.
We take their ship for ourselves.
I
Take
like
what you
his
can,
plan.
leave nothing.
Okay. Toka's gonna go up on deck.
Okay. And the ship is off in the distance. You can catch sight of the sails on the horizon, but it's easier if you have a spyglass. Those looking or talking amongst the crew, as the crew is excited because they haven't seen any piracy since they left port. This is excitement. But you hear or see, depending on if you're looking, that the sails are red, and they're emblazoned with a golden turtle shell on them, which you recognize as probably being a merchant ship.
Oh,
Y'all lemons.
we can't fight that.
Are you saying that in character?
Supposed to.
Did
Yeah.
okay. One of the crew turns to you and just has this grin on his face, and he says, "No survivors. No one to report it."
Didn't we this is out of character real quick. Didn't we make a law that
Yeah.
they cannot be touched?
Sure.
I just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yup.
Okay.
but it's more.
Obviously they don't care.
You don't
It's
touch
a
the turtles.
guideline.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
It's not, there's not so much as rules as they are guidelines.
I also want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that Zoo is a part of the Merchants Guild.
And Toka is a turtle.
So we leave the ship and go to theirs.
There you go.
Can we move in?
Oh, I'm already planning a screw job here.
Right there with you, Toga. Alright, so after the guy says that, I'm just gonna put my smile back on and I'll be like, you know what, you're right. Let's take them.
And he raises his cutlass. Arr!
Arr.
And the captain is keeping pursuit of this ship. Unfortunately, it's a long pursuit. The ship had a good head start. However, the sails on the Wormwood are much bigger and catching the wind better than the ship you're pursuing. But it's still a long pursuit. It takes about 12 hours. In that time, Mr. Pug finally comes down and quiets down all of the crew. And once everybody is kind of settled, they've all got their weapons drawn and are holding them at his sides, and he just looks around, catching everyone in the eye, and he says, "Back to fucking work. We're not there yet." And everybody gives this resigned sigh and goes back to whatever their duties were.
So while we're down in the bilges, I'm assuming Toka's not here since he's probably in the kitchen. I'm gonna look at everybody and in a hushed tone, just kind of whisper, are you guys thinking maybe we should get off a little bit early? Go with them.
I see no problem with this.
What do you two think?
Don't get caught.
The trick is going to be getting onto that boat.
Without
Right.
thinking that we're with them.
Exactly.
I think kind of at that mention, Zoo's going to start digging through his pockets and eventually pull out a very kind of tattered piece of paper and hold it up in front of everybody. And it's a letter of free trade from the Merchants Guild with his name and the guild representative, their name on it as well. Kind of identifies at least him as being a partner with the merchants.
Do you think they'll be able to accept us as well, Zoo?
Yes.
You hesitated.
This ship complicates things. Zoo thinks sabotage. Sink ship, no more complication.
I'm good at sabotage.
You're getting there.
Good.
You're getting there.
That's sabotage.
So, were you thinking when we get closer, you go down below and put a hole in the hull?
Zoo has been thinking about gunpowder. If we light fuse on powder storage, sinks ship.
Could potentially work.
Yes, it does.
Ari?
Does want the bilges dry, and gunpowder doesn't go boom if it's not dry. And she starts doing the waggly eyebrows like you picking up what I'm putting down.
That could potentially work. All right. Do one of us want to go and talk to Toka? I don't know if you want to do it, Zoo, to show the paper, or do you want me to go? Let him know of the plan and see where he's at?
Zoo can do it probably without being noticed.
It's up to you, Zoo.
Zoo will speak to him.
All right. Then we'll just hang out here until it's time. We'll see what he says.
Okay. So you all are making your way down to the bilges while you're having this conversation. And you get down into the bilges. You've kind of opened the door in, and you see the water. And actually, everybody give me perception checks at a disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay. So Arias, and I'm going to assume, I'm just going to take that order for entry into the bilges. As you are the last one down and you look around as you're finding kind of a way to stand, and you notice two figures standing off in the back of the bilges, kind of behind the staircase. And you can see kind of a glint off of the very limited light that is down here, reflecting off of objects in their hands.
Metal objects in their hands, obviously.
Yep.
How tall are they?
Between 5 foot and 6 foot.
Can we see any of this, or this is just...
Just him, because everybody
everyone
else failed their perception.
Oh.
I'm going to put my hand on Zoo's shoulder and kind of direct him so he's looking straight at them.
Okay. At which point they walk out of the shadows, and it's two of the crew members of the ship, and you see their cutlasses drawn. And everybody give me initiative, other than Toka.
Womp womp.
Do you want to move us to a map where we can select our tokens and stuff? Or
No, that would make way too much sense.
Oh, crap.
I was going to say.
Re-roll, or are you just gonna put it in for us?
No.
Yeah, just go ahead and reroll.
Freezing.
Crap. It
I'll
didn't click
put
over
it
by
in
the
for
time
you
I did
later.
this, so...
I mean,
Oh, right. What was that you said about re-rolling?
Oh, damn it.
I said go ahead and take that 6.
No.
Everybody, apparently.
I had a great... We all had a great first one. Damn it.
Let's see.
Figures both tieflings get a 6.
Well, what's my excuse? He pointed my head right at them.
You're just like, I don't
I'm like,
wanna...
Zoo.
You're like, why are you grabbing me?
Oh.
So he
Turn around.
grabbed my head and he does the dog thing when you touch the back of their head where they're trying to...
Wait, what?
Like, damn it, Zoo.
Well, we can still technically see, though, can't we? Because, I mean, tieflings have dark vision.
Yeah, you can see him. You just didn't notice him as you walk down. Like, in my head, the stairs are, like, here.
Oh, okay.
And then you walk down, and they were standing kind of behind them.
Oh,
Funny.
got it. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, we have dark vision, but no,
Yeah,
that
you
makes
were
sense.
just looking the wrong way, basically.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
beautiful squiggles.
The best squiggles.
They really.
So squiggly line in my eye fluid.
I do think we should just go ahead and take our first break early before you guys get into combat, so that way combat's not interrupted. If that's good with
fair.
everybody. Oh, I should also fix the camps because that is not HB Fox.
Nope.
HB Fox is not Rojan Quest. Rojan is
What?
not Zoro.
Yes, I am. I've got the beard. Wait.
Yeah, the two birds are the only ones in
There
the
we go.
right spot.
That's better. Okay. So let's go ahead and take our first break. It also gives you guys a chance, if you haven't done so already, to hit retweet on the tweet because we are at 14. If they get 15, then somebody here gets an automatic success at some point this evening. So if you haven't done a retweet, go ahead and hit ! tweet, or HB Fox will do it for you, and retweet that link. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, get up, stretch legs, do all that good stuff, and we'll come back and get into combat. And kick things off. So stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, way up on that Scotland Yard, that's where you're bound to go. To way, hey, hey, hi, ho, and go. Oh, way up on that Scotland Yard, that's where you're bound to go. For I'm a young sailor boy, and where am I to go? Away up on that Scotland Yard and take the gansel in. To way, hey, hey, hi, ho, and ho. Away up on that gallant yard and take the gansel in. For I'm a young sailor boy, and where am I to go? You're bound away to Kingston town, that's where you're bound to go. Way, hey, hey, hi, ho, and go. You're bound away to Kingston town, that's where you're bound to go. For I'm a young sailor boy, and where am I to go?
All right, we're back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
And so we left off, and you guys are down in the bilges, and you have some unexpected company. We rolled initiative, and then we were going to jump into it as you walked down into the bilges and saw two pirates, crew members there with their weapons drawn. I think before we get into it, it is worth noting that at some point during the course of your stay on the Wormwood, you did overhear the punishment for killing another crew member is to be keelhauled. So that is something that's probably in the back of your character's minds as you're going into this. That being said, the pirates step out of the shadows, kind of advancing forward. That was 4. Do there.
I remember now.
Let's see. Arias, the one that has moved forward out of the shadows, is taking a swing at you with his cutlass.
Okay.
Although I don't think a 5 hits.
No.
He does not have advantage, so you're good there. Let's see, this one. 4. Jinka has a bow on her? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, 5. So seeing that bow, he's probably going to do what he can to close that distance. And take a swing at Jinka. I don't think a 12 hits either, though. It does not.
Nope.
Okay. All right, Arias.
I probably asked this. Can you reposition an attack? As long as I don't leave leave the threat area.
Yeah, you've got movement. So 5th Ed, you can split up your movement if you want to. You can move, attack, and then move again. As long as you don't move out of their threatened area, they don't get an attack of opportunity.
Nope. I just wanted to shift slightly sideways. Actually, no. I want to shift, yes, that way.
However, because of that, talking about rule changes and stuff, a 5-foot step is no longer a thing. You can disengage, but it takes your whole action. So you
Okay.
can't
Oh.
like attack
Yeah,
and then
You
disengage.
can't do a 5-foot reposition, but you can just move.
Yeah.
But you can't do a 5-foot step out of threat range and not take the shot.
Right.
Okay. Well, either way, I am going to be aiming at him, actually.
Okay.
And we are going to...
And the glaive's got a 10-foot reach. Is that right?
Glaive's got a 10-foot reach.
Okay. And that will actually kill him.
Hashtag whoops.
So, in my head, what happens is Arias kind of scoots off to the side so he can get a good strike, and he just drives forward with the glaive, not expecting to catch the guy off guard, and the guy turns as he's mid swing at Jinka, and the glaive just kind of runs through under his ribs and kind of disembowels him.
Ew.
It's a good thing I didn't do what I was going to do.
They're so weak.
Wee little baboos.
I was prepping for something substantially worse.
These guys are kind of squishy.
They're really squishy.
Arlen, what are you doing?
I take a moment and just as gonna use intimidation. It's like, you better back off or you're gonna end up like him.
Okay.
And I am proficient in intimidation.
Okay. 14. Yeah, he instantly takes a step backwards, which gives Arias, Jinka, and Arland all attacks of opportunities if they want to take them.
Oh, I'm going to use the... can I use the flat of the glaive?
Slap him with it like a
Just
fish.
To do like
Yeah.
non-lethal damage? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Trout smack him with it.
That will not hit. Does Arlen or Jinka want to take their attack of opportunity?
I do, and at the same time, I don't want to kill him.
After just seeing that guy get like disemboweled, I'm like, oh, who am I?
I was
mean,
expecting
she's-
a little more resistance on that.
I mean, she's happy, but at the same time, she's like, shit, we gotta cover this.
I'm gonna take a couple steps here.
Okay, let me see real quick. Hold on.
I have an idea for what I want to do. I'm gonna use the mace for it, but my idea would be non-lethal damage, kind of like instead of the actual butt of it, taking the handle and just against the temple, just to try and knock him out.
Just like hitting him with the pommel.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
If you'll let me let that slide.
Want to see what Jinka is doing for her attack of opportunity, and then if nothing, or once we resolve that, we can totally do that.
All right.
I
Aim for the knees.
I just want to knock him out
I want him to
at this
yell.
point. So anything I do, it would be it would definitely be an unarmed strike, non-lethal,
Okay.
just
Take it.
enough to knock him out.
Go for it.
Okay.
That will hit. Does not do enough damage to knock him out, though.
Okay.
All right. So Arlen, hitting him with the pommel of the mace. Go for it.
Please be gentle.
Oh,
Will not hit him.
Damn, not that gentle, Jesus.
All right, Jinka.
gonna smack him again.
Okay, so you gotta kind of close the distance between you and him as he's kind of backing up towards the stairs. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God.
Who's right there? Arlen is. Arlen, take 2 damage.
Ow!
as Jinka, like, as this guy is backing up, he's putting some distance between Jinka and himself, and it's just putting him just out of range as Jinka kind of tries to hit him across the like side of his head with this haymaker, and she just follows through kind of right into Arlen's chin.
I'm sorry, he's squirrely. I'm sorry.
Zoo.
Moving through allies is essentially like moving through rough terrain, right?
It is.
Okay. So that means I can move there, and actually I'm going to position myself right there because Zoo is going for the throat. No witnesses.
That will hit, and that will kill him.
I imagine just this very quiet cracking sound.
And probably lingering on his throat a bit to drink a little.
Okay.
I'm going to do a perception check to make sure that no one else heard this.
The first guy got to make much of any noise.
You don't think so? There's a lot of commotion coming in from upstairs as everybody's very excited about the prey and the ship that's on the horizon. So you're pretty sure that the noise from upstairs muffled any sounds that you may have made.
Can I do a quick look around?
Sure.
I'm looking for anything that we can hide the bodies under, behind, etc.
Be right back. There's somebody knocking on my door, and I have a feeling it's a door-to-door salesman, and I can just go fuck off. But I will be right back here shortly. So bear with me, guys. Sorry about that.
Bad timing.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep them company.
I will be right back.
Just open the door and pelt him with dice, yelling roll for initiative.
I'm busy! Initiative!
What you need
Nothing but D4s.
No, what you need is
God.
those like the dollar store foam dice, like the sponge foam dice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
The things that are like the D6s are like an inch square.
Oh, God.
So I'm thinking, since we're supposed to be bringing Bilgewater up, maybe we can cut them into little meticulous pieces and just carry them up in buckets.
Thanks.
Just a suggestion.
I was just thinking you guys are gonna make it look like they fought each other or something.
That was my other plan.
That
Like-
was my first plan until they killed each other. So technically, we can still make this happen. We can get some sort of item or a little piece of some gold, whatever, saying, hey, they're fighting over this.
Zerd, did you use your teeth?
Yeah, he bit the guy.
Yeah, he used his teeth, but he's gonna shred the neck a bit so it's not
Okay.
identifiable as his.
Otherwise, there'd just be these giant lizard fangs imprint on the neck. It's like
Just put the dead guy's mouth on the other dead guy's mouth's neck and say he went for the throat.
Would you believe me if I said those are human teeth?
Seriously, who the shit still sells things door to door? Why is this still a culture that exists?
His
Sorry.
name is Tim.
That's stupid and annoying.
Well, like over here, it was used for a series of break-ins. People would pretend that they were doing door-to-door sales, and what they were doing was actually casing the house when somebody answered the door.
And I live in a townhouse walk-up. There's no casing. You see a set of stairs behind me. So if they're doing that, they really picked the wrong neighborhood. But seriously, who sells things door to door? Why is this not a dead industry? We have the internet and cell phones and literally the whole internet in our pockets 99% of the time now. If we need fucking carpet cleaning services, I can find one in like 2 minutes and actually have reviews of how well their service does.
Or you could do a YouTube video on how to do it yourself.
Right.
But little
And
old
make money.
ladies have the dumb.
Cheaper on
It's
Amazon.
true.
It's one of those weird things that I'm like, how is this industry not dead yet?
Old people still don't know how to use the Google.
It's true. That's actually
And I was
very
like,
true.
dude was like, do you need your carpets cleaned? I'm like, I moved in a month ago. No. He's like, do you have any rugs? I'm like, no. Like,
You have a special on bloodstain removal.
why? Like,
See, that's when you play with it, going like, well, you know what? I did just murder my
Right.
ex-wife. If you do, how are you with bloodstain?
it's pasta sauce, I promise. Anyway, sorry. I got on a tangent because that's fucking annoying.
Speaking of cleaning,
Right. Speaking of framing people, how is what are you guys up to?
Well, I was suggesting they don't seem to like my idea. They had a slightly more artistic one, but I was thinking of dissecting them into the little so they fit into our bilge buckets, and we just casually dump them overboard.
We all said no,
Fair.
and we decided maybe we'll make it look like. Well, we didn't agree on it, but one of the suggestions was make it look like they fought each other for whatever reason we haven't thought of yet. And Zoo told us that he kind of messed up the jaw a little bit when he crunched into him, so it doesn't look like animal teeth. It just looks like it's just shredded.
So
we're gonna
not
plan on-
adding them to chum buckets is a plan that has been ruled out.
Aww.
Making it look like the two of them killed each other is where we're going now. Is that the consensus, or?
did I get an answer to my roll?
Oh,
What were
that's
you
right.
looking for? Sorry, I got
was
interrupted.
looking for a place to stash the bodies down here.
There are crates and barrels in the bilges, as there kind of always are.
They're gonna bleed and make the bilge water look nasty. It's like a beacon.
More nasty than this?
Yeah, it'll be red and nasty.
Is the with the top of the stairs, is this out in the open, or are we just are we like under?
So you got the stairs there, and then there's this door that leads up to and it's like a hatch. It's not a standing door, but you push it open and climb out of the bilges.
So
it's-
we're down in the bilges
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay. So as far as cleaning up blood, we can keep it contained here for right now, and it's not out in the open.
The classy gamer, just because it's a ridiculous question, and it makes me laugh. What's up, dog? All right, sorry, I had to do that.
Oh goodness. Okay. So, do we want to plant weapons on them? Well, I mean, they already have weapons, so do we want to put some blood, each other's blood on the blades and make it look like they fought each other? Bueller?
I mean, technically, I'm not sure how observant they're going to be. It's not like we're trying to fool CSI here.
No, but if they
Or-
look and see a pile of blood and their swords are completely clean,
This is true. Also, aren't there still rats down here? We could introduce them to the here, nom nom.
Here's lunch. Seems like
I'm gonna look for rats. If there's any rats down here.
Okay.
Look at Alfred.
A pile
that's
of
a
blood.
large meal for Alfred.
So, you begin to look around the bilges for rats. Unfortunately, last time that you were down here cleaning out the bilges, Zuzu was down here cleaning out the bilges, he was extremely hungry and did a very good job of cleaning them out. So there are no rats.
I want to point out that Alfred is a classy rat and not a pig to use for your murder spree.
In the meantime, though, I'm going to grab both bodies and drag them back under the stairs so if somebody opens the hatch, it's not readily apparent there's murder happening.
Probably smart.
Okay. So we're doing that's
Oh God!
probably over here.
I've been watching way too much Sweeney Todd. I thought about bringing him to kitchen.
Would you like a pie, sir?
Salka wouldn't have any issue with cooking people.
The price of meat, what it is.
I mean, I literally just drank that guy, so it would be fine with me.
Good, you got it.
Good, you got it.
And now I want to watch
Toka's a
Sweeney Todd
giant
again.
turtle. Why would he care about cooking humans?
We might have to do a community night watches Sweeney Todd tomorrow or something.
Oh my lord.
Sing the shit out of it. Okay, I'm going to while Arias is dragging them out, I'm gonna pick up both their cutlasses and with the blood that's on the floor, just kind of wipe some of the blades on it and just put them with the bodies for now.
You know. She just takes one of the blades instead of wiping and actually starts stabbing the bodies so that the wounds match the weapon.
Jenka's okay with this.
She's also letting out a little bit of frustration, like cussing at Pug the whole time she's doing it.
Okay, so you're kind of mutilating the bodies a little bit.
Oh, it's just, more just like cutting them up. Oh, not cutting them up, but like
Making it look like a good fight.
yeah,
Okay.
like
So-
stab wounds.
So
and stuff.
mutilating the bodies a little bit.
Just a
Yeah.
little.
With the appropriate weapons.
Just
Okay.
a touch.
We did hit 15 retweets, so one of you gets an automatic success for the evening. 1d5, Zora 1, HP Fox 2, Rojan 3, Mags 4, Ravens 5.
You
Ravens,
might
you get an automatic success for the evening.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
I've been dethroned.
Classy,
So-
it's irrelevant.
Oh god. I want to check the bodies to see if they have any gold on them or valuables, not to rob, but to maybe like stuff in a bag. Yeah, so it looks like they were fighting over it.
So digging through their belongings, you find the cutlass that they had pulled out, a dagger in their boot, and both of them have what are they called? The leather ball bearing thing. Somebody remind me, a sap. There we go. Alicoin. So they have a sap kind of hanging over their belts. As far as for any valuables, let's do 1d10, 12 plus. You find 17 gold on one of them.
All right, that works. I'll kind of shove it all into a singular pouch and probably attach it to. No, not attach it. I'll put it just on the ground by one of them in particular.
Okay.
Kind of so it's like half spilled out.
Okay.
Smart. All right, so we're gonna kind of observe the scene, and I think visually we did a good job. So as Jenka's gonna turn to the group and be like, "All right, guys, well, it would look awfully suspicious if we didn't report this when there's bodies here, and we've just been, cleaning up down here without noticing."
Speaking of, I'm going to clean all of the gore off of the glaive before.
You got bilge water, just
Pretty much.
Yeah, the bilge water to do the near the stairs, whatever, cleaning up all the blood that was done by the glaive, just to so it goes,
Yeah.
it mixes with the water, so it doesn't matter anyway. But it's
And
not-
if there's any streaks from dragging the bodies to where they are now, clean up those as well.
Depends how much water's down here.
I may have to wash in bilge water. I was kind of stabbing very vigorously.
just la. Okay, so who's the lucky one that's going to report it now?
Natsu.
Now, I'm just saying this for the sake of our track record. Raven, I'm not even 100% sure has even been touched by the Cat of Nine Tails. He's been the good boy. Feel like
Once.
they would believe him.
That was like right when we got here, and that was it.
It was the introductory lashing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
I've been on good behavior ever since.
You have, which I feel would make it more believable that we're not covering up a murder.
To be fair,
Oh,
nobody
Lord.
started it.
However, yes.
However,
Yes,
yes,
you're going?
what?
I have an idea. It's okay.
So you're going?
Yes.
Okay.
Because my persuasion is shit.
So you're leaving the bilges, and you're going to find who?
Who would the logical person here be?
Probably Pug.
Yeah, Pug.
Okay. So you search the middle deck and don't find him, and you make your way to the top deck. And he's there standing beside Captain Harrington as Harrington is working the ship's wheel, chasing down this merchant vessel.
Should I? Should I?
Do it.
We don't know what it is, so...
I've got the
Do it.
auto success for the day.
Do you want to use it
I'm
on
not
this,
sure.
though?
It
Do it.
depends how badly I'm going to screw this up.
Oh, you have to claim it before.
You do have an instant succeed.
Yeah, that's what
That's-
we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
I mean, because if I screw this up, we're going to be guilty as hell.
I might wait until we see if we're successful to leave, maybe? That's just me.
Well, I'm going to try to convince Pug of this then. This should be good.
Okay, what are you doing? How are you? I mean, he's there with the captain at the ship's wheel. Keep wanting to say mast, that's the wrong word. You can see him because you're kind of down on the main deck, but you can look up to the, I don't know what that's called, area where the ship's wheel is and kind of see him.
The helm.
The helm, thank you. There's
Helm.
another word for it that's not the one I was thinking of, but helm will work.
I'm going to try to quickly but subtly get Pug's attention without, like, informing the entire ship all at once.
You're just like nodding at him, like, hey.
I'm
here.
going to go up as close as... Do I know how far up I can go without getting yelled at?
You probably have not seen anybody set foot on the stairs to the helm other than the captain and the first mate and Pug.
Okay, but I can go up to the one level lower?
Well, you are currently one level lower.
Okay. I'm going to go up to the railing then, and Mr. Pug, when we went back down to the bilges, it looks like two of the men got into a fight.
Okay. Give me. Let's see. You're lying to him. You can either give me a. Well, either one of these are going to run off your charisma, so it's up to you. Either deception or performance.
Oh, let's go performance.
Okay.
Pray.
Oh, I don't actually have stats for this. Hang on. I need to. I went to go roll it. I was like, why are they all 10? Oh, that's because I haven't actually filled these in yet. Let me go see what his charisma, or actually his wisdom.
Is that an opposed check?
They're all 10.
Yeah, I was going to make it up. I was check. Let's see. Because it would be insight for him to be able to tell if you're lying or not. Oh, good. His wisdom is shit.
Good.
Let me fill in the rest of these stats while I'm here. Real quick. Cons 14. Okay. And does he have climb, intimidate, perception? Okay. Oh, he does have sense motive. Okay. Which would translate to insight. Perception, intimidate, and climb. Okay, so athletics, perception, and intimidate. Okay, there we go. Now I have at least enough stats filled out.
This is going to end in tears.
Yeah.
And he cocks his head to the side, and you see a kind of grin creep across his face. And he says, "Dead men in the bilges, eh?" And he looks over at the captain for a moment. And the captain and Mr. Pug share kind of a knowing look at each other. And he walks down, and he's kind of halfway down the steps from the helm to the main deck. And he says, "All right, lead the way."
All right. Well, I will lead him back down to the bilges then.
Okay. And once Mr. Pug gets down to the bilges, he sees the four of you. And he sees he says, Where be the bodies?"
I show him where they are. Back behind the stairs.
"What happened here?"
I have no idea. We came back down, and this was the mess we saw.
Aye, you've been in the bilges a while just to stumble across this mess.
It must have happened when we were up above deck.
Possibly. And he bends down to investigate the bodies. And he turns, and he's got that grin on his face again, that twisted, kind of knowing grin. And he says, "Or it's possible you killed him after I sent these two down here specifically to rough the four of you up a bit."
Don't do it, Jenka. Don't do it.
Now,
Well, I mean, if Ari doesn't beat you to it.
all four of ye can be keelhauled. Or point out the one who did. And just one of you be keelhauled.
Is the door open or closed up the top of the stairs?
It's open.
And the captain didn't follow?
No, captain didn't follow.
Captain was in the helm, if I'm correct.
And before Toka did it.
I want to try
I have confliction.
something here.
I'm gonna. Now the question is, where is everybody around here?
Okay,
That's a
so
really important question.
Let me go grab an icon for Mr. Pug real quick.
yeah,
I'm assuming I'm about there.
I am trying so hard to be good.
I can get us out of this if he fails a roll against the thing that I do.
You gonna kill him?
Nope. I can get us out of this with no violence whatsoever.
But that's boring.
Technically, I can too, but
I'm going to be glancing over Pug's shoulder, probably to Zoo, as subtly as possible.
Oh, okay.
This can't get any worse.
That's true. It can't. So, he's gonna have to make. Pug is gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw with a DC of. What the hell is the bard's? Jesus Christ! With a DC of 12.
So before we get to that, because this is a low magic game, I know that rules on Sunday are a little different. Do you have a snake's tongue and a drop of honeycomb or sweet oil?
The likely one would be the oil. Oh, actually, I do. I have a flask of oil. Wow, look at that.
And a snake's tongue?
Does his own
Um,
count?
Because it does say and.
Oh, it does say and. It doesn't say or for all of them. I don't see any reason why there would be any snakes on this ship.
I tell you what, because I believe in empowering my players. If you roll me a d20 and you roll a 19 or 20, I will have. There have been a water moccasin in the bilges at some point.
Can I
No spell
I-
focus, Azrin, because it's a low magic game, so magic is one of those big no-no things.
can I elect Raven to make that roll and use his auto success?
No.
Fair enough.
Oh.
I believe in you.
Not with a
I still don't
5.
know. So,
What if he cut his own tongue?
He's not a snake.
He has lizard nuts.
Lizard!
he's got feet, so therefore he's technically not a snake.
He has
Damn it.
not enough rope.
And please don't cut my feet off just to make me a snake.
It's
Quick.
a snake!
Five,
are
Change
not
your race to
five would do it.
Yanti.
You are not fives.
Fives would do it. It's what he would have wanted.
I think want is a strong word.
No, that was
Daddy
a
doesn't know what he
character's
wants.
that was a character's motivation for doing a number of unsavory things to him when he was dead. That's what he would have wanted.
That's what he
Okay.
wanted.
Let's see here. Let's see here.
I'm glancing over Pug's shoulder quickly here to see if anyone's got a plan. Because I know what my plan is, and it's not pretty.
That's my backup plan. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to see if this works first, because he will have to make a wisdom saving throw. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Wait. Wait! Hold on! Oh, frick, it's for paper. Never mind. Hold on, I got this. I'm gonna pull something out. I'm not used to having so many.
Are we still doing phrasing?
Yes. Yes, we are.
I mean, option B isn't going to be pretty.
See, and I'm just over here wondering why the hell I gave myself a flask of oil.
Oh.
Crap, it's not gonna work in this situation. Okay, I'm gonna go up with my plan A real quick.
Okay.
And charm
dear.
him. I don't know what the wisdom is. How does that?
So I'm gonna roll his wisdom versus your spell save DC, which should be at the top of your spells tab on your character
Plan
sheet.
dad. God damn it, Roach.
It is
Should say
it's a level 1 spell.
it should say DC at like the top of your sheet. Let's see. Spell. So your spell save DC is 12.
12. Okay. There we go.
So he
Thank
has
you.
to roll a wisdom higher than 12. Okay, so a couple things about this. I have no problem with you doing it because this doesn't require. It does require material components. Hang on, what are the material components?
It does not. I just looked it up to make sure because I saw that M in there as well. It's just V and S.
Okay. I'm gonna double check just so. It's one of those things that if I make sure, like, then I'll remember it, kind of thing.
No, that works.
Yeah, it's just VNS.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to modify that spell on your sheet.
Yeah, I'm ready right now.
So okay, so no material components. So perfect. I have no problem with you casting it. Before you do so, however, I do want to tell you a few things that are going to happen because I think your character's probably cast magic in public before, so she's aware of kind of the reaction that
Yes.
happens. So, Mr. Pug will, once the spell ends, which is after an hour, as long as you don't cast another concentration spell before that, will know that he's been charmed.
Yes.
He is aware of it. You casting magic in public, people being aware of it, has generally been Salem witch trials kind of response. They think that it is unholy. They think that you are in leagues with devils and demons, and will likely take very rash action against you.
Well, I already look like I'm part of the devil, so.
Tiefling.
Just
Um,
wanting to make sure that you're aware of the kind of reaction that you're going to get from doing this. I have no problem with you doing it. I just want you to be informed.
That's one of the reasons why I asked if anyone else was down here, because that at least gives us an hour
Okay.
to think of something.
Okay.
Because I feel like if we flat out kill this guy, it's going to look pretty damn obvious to the captain.
Okay.
Kill the captain.
All right.
But that gives us an hour to rally if we need to rally.
The other side of this is if he does make the save, he will be aware that you tried to cast a spell on him instantly, because he will see you doing hand gestures and hear you basically chanting this incantation.
Ready your glaive,
I
Arias.
just want you to be aware of risks going into this action,
The moment
because this is the
mentioning-
first time we've really used magic outside of like some combat spells that weren't with sentient creatures. So I want you to be aware of what you may be getting into.
I'm not gonna lie, the thing that I'm most worried about is Toka's rage and lecture to me.
There's not going to be a rage and lecture if we don't solve the problem.
Oh god. Okay.
That time when you're deciding between getting keelhauled and having your dad chew you out.
Right.
I feel like I'm reliving my teenage years. I feared my mother more than jail, so you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
I did just notice one thing. I need to check something on Mr. Pug real fast. Because it may have some. Okay. So he gets advantage on his save.
What?
He has converting Pathfinder to 5th Ed. He has a thing called Iron Will, which makes him resilient to things that he would save on willpower saves against. Because this is a wisdom check to prevent himself from being charmed. That would have fallen under willpower for previous editions / Pathfinder. So I'm just going to give him advantage on it. To play true to the character.
Okay.
All right. I mean, his wisdom's still shit. He's got 8 for wisdom.
Yeah, but
his,
they can hit the shan real quick here.
His stat's a -1. So, although it's a 12, so you're roughly at a 50-50 chance. Sure this is what you wanted to do? Last chance? Final answer? I'm just doing this to build up suspense at this point.
I know you are. It's giving me anxiety. You know what? It's either this or we're gonna kill him anyway. So, yeah.
All right.
And the guy who wants him dead the most isn't even there.
12, or no. Yeah, because he has advantage. 12 is the highest one. So, because it tied with your spell save DC, the way that I GM is I rolled all ties in favor of the players. So that being the case, he is charmed.
Oh my god!
Oh, I think
Oh my
the
God.
entire group just exhaled a sigh of "Oh, thank you."
the moment I see that, I'm like, oh.
I feel like I need to just lay down and take a nap after that.
So,
Unclench my sphincter. Oh god.
so in game, what has happened is, especially I think Zuzu can definitely see it, and Arlen can probably hear some chanting under Jinka's breath, and Zuzu, you see her drawing something in the air with her hands and her fingers, and then she just kind of lets out this breath that is visible as it rolls across the bilges towards Mr. Pug. And Mr. Pug looks down at the bodies for a moment, and then he kind of shakes his head and blinks his eyes, maybe rubbing them a little, and looks over to Jinka, and he says, "Milady, what can I be doing to assist you.
Still getting all the nerves to relax. You built it up, Imp.
Good.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Okay. So, you know what? I need you to just make sure, look at this crime scene a little better, and see if you're really sure that it wasn't just an accident. And you just stare at there for a little while we're over here, okay? You just keep staring over there.
Oh, these two died in a terrible accident, did they? Well,
We told
it
you was murder.
should look more like an accident than. And he kind of drags the bodies over into the corner, and he takes out. What does he have on him? Hang
Oh God.
on.
At this point,
Yeah,
I would
he
like
takes out his cutlass and he begins hacking at the boards above where the bodies are positioned. And after a moment, he breaks through and boards begin to kind of fall and tumble onto the two bodies. Look at this terrible accident. The wood down here should have been repaired better.
Yeah, Zoo.
You're right. Yes. You know what? You're doing a great job. Just see what else you can do, and just keep looking at them.
Okay. And he turns his back to you guys, and he's kind of piling boxes and barrels and crates and bags on top of the bodies, on top of the broken boards, so that it looks like the weight from above caused the boards to give out, and things just kind of spilled down on top of these guys.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of gesture everyone to kind of come over, over here, and be like, well, apparently that backfired on us with those two, him sending them down to kill us. So what are we gonna do with Pug?
Should Zoo tell Toka?
Yes.
Yes.
We need to tell
Yes.
I think
We
Toka
really,
needs to be
really-
here.
We need token now.
Zoo just immediately darts off.
Okay.
And before he even gets here,
Dad!
immediately assuming the hiding behind Big Sister position.
Dad, Jenka's mind fucking with Pug.
Oh, I think that's the least of the problems right now.
Just out of curiosity, how close are we in range of the merchant ship as far as time?
It's probably been 2 hours. So
Oh,
you've
God, we
still
still
got a
have a long
ways to
time.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
So this isn't going to resolve after that.
Nope.
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 We could only hope.
Okay.
So much trouble.
I did not expect this. Screws up my plan. Okay. So while we're waiting for them to come back, I'm just gonna quickly tell the other two and say, all right, we may have to speed up the plan. We have just shy of an hour before Pug comes to his senses and alerts the others.
Jenka, while we have the opportunity, get him to give you his whip.
Arias, you care.
No, I'm going to turn the thing into shreds.
Oh, I was gonna use it on him.
No.
Taste of his own medicine.
We're
Okay,
going to turn
so-
the thing into worthless.
So before I do that, of course, I'm gonna keep talking to them and be like, all right, so obviously we're not close enough to the ship. Not 100% sure if we are able to somewhat sneak a dinghy off the boat unnoticed. So what we may have to do is rally who we can. If this goes south, we're going to need some allies.
I think it's a matter of when, not if.
Well, and it's a little less than an hour, so that's your time frame. And then after I say that, I'm going to walk over to Mr. Pug and be like, excuse me, Mr. Pug. You know, you look so busy. Your hands are full, doing such a great job. Do you mind if I hold your weapons?
I thank you. And he hands you his cutlass that he was chopping the boards with.
Where's your Cat of Nine Tails?
It's here on me,
Where's the
Belt.
cat?
I'm holding on to it just fine. Didn't wanna fill your hands with anything.
Oh, but I have this free hand right here. Won't you give it to me, please?
And he hands it over.
I run over, and because he asked, give it to Arias. And now I'm just gonna wait until Toka and
Yeah,
he
I'm
comes
actually-
back.
Okay, and they're probably gone for, or at least Arias is probably gone for about 15 minutes to run and go get Toka and come back.
He's gone, not me.
Oh, it's Zoo. Yeah, Zoo's gone.
Oh, Zoo, sorry.
Zoo just went whoop at the very beginning.
Now Toka doesn't know if he's going to be mad or proud that they did that.
Conflicted.
Oh, do I have a
Just
gift for
Random
you?
cat noise. He's meowed.
Okay, so are they coming back or?
Yeah, it takes him about 15 minutes, but he does come back.
Okay.
The moment I see Toka, I hand him the Cat of Nine Tails.
We have a situation, Toka.
This is not being good.
This was an unexpected problem.
We
Pug
found
sent
out.
those two to rough us up, and
It's not our fault they were squishy.
yeah, they're a little less fortitude there than I had hoped.
They were ordered to ambush us, Toka.
Can I see the whip?
Oh, I hand it right to Toka. Here you go.
I hand it to Zoo. Drop it overboard. Along with his cutlass.
Zoo can do that.
Now, right now, he's charmed, but we've got about 40 or so minutes before he comes aware of what happened. What do we want to do?
How about we tell him to go take a swim
That was one idea.
Is
and not
Zoo
come back?
leaving immediately with the Cat of Nine Tails and the cutlass?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well, it looks like we have to move our plan forward. Because once he gets out of your mind trick, he's going to be very mad.
Not
That's
to mention find out I use magic.
How do all of you feel about magic? Just real quick.
Toka honestly doesn't care.
Okay.
it. Just saved my skull from being part of the scenery. I'm good with it.
Okay, just checking. I wasn't sure if anybody was an abhorrent.
Zoo has
Burn the
a
witch.
distaste towards it being used by non-bestial races.
Do I count?
Does Zoo consider tiefling bestial?
No.
Okay. Just curious. Okay.
He didn't say despise me. He just says distaste.
Mhm.
Could be a sugarcoating way of saying it, but pretty sure he's happy that Pug's kind of just being my bitch right now.
Yeah, there are more important things happening right now than worrying about the magic that was just used.
I was hoping we would have time before, or have time when we got to the merchant ship.
As did I.
But
Pug forced our hand.
do any of you know where their explosives are?
I point towards things.
I'm on the other side pointing to Ari as well.
Can you make the ship explode? Or maybe put a hole in it? Ari?
I'm sorry, I was thinking about all the awesome things that I could have her do to him. What? Say that again?
Can you put a hole in the ship with the explosives?
Yes, I can. Where you want the hole?
How about where Pug's standing?
I'm okay with this.
Pug should watch.
you just see this big fanged grin, like.
All right. Show me your eyes now. Ari, and
I heard "show me your ass." So
Arias, show me that ass. Boot it in Pug. No.
How many people have requested this now? Jeez.
I look over to Jenka. Will he willingly stand there where we put explosives around him?
He'll do whatever I say until then.
How fast?
How fast can we get the explosives ready?
Oh god. Well, it depends on how big the barrels are and who we all got helping. We might need
No.
muscles, and
No.
I'm gonna help.
They'll see us.
Not if Pug orders it.
It would have to come from Pug. The captain's on deck. He would not allow that, even if Pug ordered the men to start storing the explosives in the bilge.
well, then we just blow the explosives where they are,
Yeah.
Either
Love
that
it.
or
and just have Pug follow us.
if we're guaranteed that it will work. Otherwise, I can have Pug distract the captain while we sneak him down here. But if it's enough explosives to
They'll notice.
sink
Because
it,
this is the access to the bilges is pretty much in the center of the deck, isn't it? Or at one end.
Bottom, at the very bottom.
it's usually on one end and then it runs along the bottom.
Yeah,
Aren't there damaged boards down here?
there are now.
Pug started, yeah.
Yeah.
I look over Pug. Like above him.
okay.
How's the deck looking above him?
I mean, there's definitely some damage to it that he did. But other than that, the boards look intact and actually well repaired.
You've put us in a situation. We can't sabotage the ship where we're at.
No.
Could always send Pug with a torch to go ignite the explosives where they are.
I think before then, we need to gather our allies, see if we can get,
I don't think he'd do that.
well, if the ship sinks, how are we getting off? It's a long
With
Exactly.
some
swim.
motion. Oh, sorry.
There's another option.
Yeah?
We kill him now.
Whoa, wait. Why not send Pug on dinghy? Rowing opposite direction. He never catches up.
I'm worried about the
Can't
captain
catch
of
sail
what we do
ship.
with him. We don't know what the captain is capable of other than he just strikes fear in his crew.
Why would Captain think we were involved with Pug leaving?
No. We do this now.
All right, so what's the
No
official-
more sneaking.
All right.
I look over at Toka looks over at Arias as he's just grabbing his sword.
Pug should take a swim then.
Not before I've had my pound of flesh.
Why so much?
He bleeds for as many times as he's made the pups bleed.
Oh god, that's gonna be
Just
long.
know that with the charm effect, he is under my command. But the
I'm
second
not
you
sure.
start damaging him,
Zoo,
he can potentially snap out of it.
Ari,
Yeah.
shut the doors.
Oh god. And she goes up to go close the doors, just like nothing to see here.
Shit's getting dark.
Well, yeah.
Love it.
Spooner sloth! Thank you for feeding our mimic and keeping them alive for 8 months. You guys, drop your hearts and mimics in chat for Mr. Spooner Sloth. Appreciate that very much, sir. How are you doing this evening? How's your night? I know you were casting on some Mech Warrior last night. You guys, if you haven't done so already, go drop Spooner a follow. He is one of the cast members on the Sunday night game and is a fantastic caster as well. He's been playing some Mech Warrior lately. Just finished up a Battletech. It's the same thing.
Not.
It's literally the same universe.
Mean, he has literally been titling his stream as Mech Warrior, so.
He just finished up a blind Bloodborne run as well, and Mech Warrior Battletech are the same thing. You go kiss my ass. Some Mech Warrior. I was trying to think of what the other mech game was. I've lost it now just to troll you guys, but I can't
Macross?
No, there was another Hawken. I swear it was like Mech Warrior and something else that was sounded extremely similar, but maybe I'm actually confusing Mech Warrior and Battletech.
That's all right. I hear Battletech, and I think people are going to say Battletoads.
Battletoads is that game fucking Rage Central. That fucking the bullshit like jump the hurdles while you're on the motorcycle, whatever it was, hovercraft thing. Fuck that level. Fuck
Hover
that
bikes.
level in particular. All right, now that we've broken the tension that was leading up to this combat,
Time to reapply it.
I was gonna say let's just wait 5 minutes and reapply it and go ahead and take our break before you guys get into combat again. So let's do
I tried
that.
to talk him out of it. I tried.
Let's take a quick 5-minute break, get up, stretch legs, do all that good fun stuff. Everybody take that 5 minutes to go follow Spooner. I dropped the link in chat already. Don't be lazy. Go over there, drop him a follow. And we'll be back here in about 10 minutes or so. Spooner, luckily these sessions are only 4 hours long, so the tension lasts just exactly 4 hours.
Just enough.
But we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for sticking around, guys.
Que he visto el otro día y el gato del boticayo bailando por bulería. Y el gato del boticayo bailando por bulería. Me quiere y no hay lugar. Me quiere y no hay lugar. Y el lugar aunque te sobra, te falta la voluntad. Y el lugar aunque te sobra, te falta la voluntad. Ahí lo tienes todo, prima, lo tienes todo. Buena persona, buen corazón. Buena persona, buen corazón. Me hago la ilusión. Me hago la ilusión. Luego de rabia me como los puños del camisón. Luego de rabia me como los puños del camisón. Ahí lo tienes todo, prima, lo tienes todo. Buena persona, buen corazón. Buena persona, buen corazón.
Kind friends and companions, come join me in rhyme. Come lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Come lift up your voices, all grief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again. Here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Here's a health to the dear lass that I love so well. For her style and her beauty, sure none can excel. There's a smile on her countenance as she sits on my knee. There's no man in this wide world as happy as me. Here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again. Our ship lies at anchor, she's ready to dock. I wish her safe landing without any shock. If ever I should meet you by land or by sea, I will always remember your kindness to me. Here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again. Here we go. We are outward bound for Kingston town with a heave-ho.
All right, we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
So, at the moment, we have Mr. Pug, who sent 2 pirates down into the bilges before the rest of our crew to kind of rough the crew up a bit. Crew coming in, finding these pirates with weapons drawn, proceeded to kill them.
Accidentally.
Didn't mean to.
Accidentally,
It's not our
on
fault, they
purpose,
were
disemboweled and drained them of their blood. Reported the killing to Mr. Pug, who came down to investigate, knowing he sent them down there, and who was then charmed by Jenka. Toka was gone and retrieved from the galley and caught up on the situation, and the discussion has been for the last 7 minutes or so about how to deal with Mr. Pug. So all in all, Mr. Pug has probably been charmed at this point for about 20 minutes. The charm spell lasts for an hour. And I think Toka had recommended just going ahead and moving forward with the murder of Mr. Pug. The ship that you guys are currently on is also currently in pursuit of a merchant vessel. The merchant vessel still being, at this point, 8 hours away or so. So that leaves me at the question of, what are you guys doing?
Regretting my life choices.
Contemplating what got me into this mess.
Well,
Record scratch.
Well-
You're probably wondering how I got here.
Right.
I already know what Toka's doing.
yeah, Toka asked for the cutlass.
Toka just walks up behind Pug as he's, fixing the crime scene. And just with both hands on his greatsword, just wails right towards the center of his back with a reckless attack.
Okay. I'm going to give you advantage because he's charmed and doesn't see it coming.
Okay, then I'm not going to use reckless attack because reckless attack gives me advantage.
Oh, well,
So I'll go ahead and just take normal.
okay.
I'll take the normal advantage.
You can freak out after he knows you're there.
Go for it. That does hit. Oh, I didn't put stats in here like I should have. Hang on just a second. and 15.
Weren't you just
I
literally
didn't do it for the token.
Oh.
Minus. Okay. And Mr. Pug is no longer charmed.
I think he's.
There's so much
Does it instantly
trouble.
break, or does he have to make a saving throw?
It
for
instantly
it to break?
breaks.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yep.
And he takes damage, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or until this, or if it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends, or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. So it is instantly
Got it.
broken.
Okay.
Do we need to? Yeah, I was about to say.
So go ahead and give me initiative.
Oh, I didn't hit my dang. Or did I?
I have such an amazing bonus to my initiative, and yet every single time.
First time I've seen my initiative do anything above a 10.
5, that's normal.
I think my response to HP Fox is get good scrub.
Trying, I have a +5.
Stop rolling like poop. All right, so Arias.
Okay. Let's Pug there. Yeah.
Spit on him.
I can move. Now, do the stairs technically end like here-ish?
Well, they continue up and under the hatch, so they
Okay.
actually kind of end where the hatch ends.
Okay, so from here I can see Pug then, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to bring my glaive down right on top of his skull.
I think you're within range. Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
That will hit. All right. -7.
And nope, I'm just going to leave it with that because he's not holding any weapons or anything.
Okay. Ireland?
I would have to move up. Hang on, let me
Get all the rage out.
Yeah, that'll work. Hiya. And you know what? Which ones are these? They're the same. Okay. See how you like it.
That will miss.
Yo.
Wounded, but he still has that twisted grin on his face. And he just gives you this smile. And he says, "Really? You think this be the last of me? You think you've gotten the better of Mr. Pug?"
Rip that ugly smile off your face.
As long as he doesn't touch my horns again, because that is so fucking creepy.
I've got to do a thing real quick to make sure he has the right thing here. There we go. Okay, now I can pull that back. Okay. And he reaches down, looking up at Arlen. He's like clutching his stomach from where one of the wounds struck him. And like sleight of hand reaches down, pulling a dagger from his boot, and comes up slashing at Arlen.
Oh, no touch, no touch. Oh. No, it's fine.
It's just fine. The slash misses, but he just kind of follows through with it, and turns, bringing it back around to slash at Arlen again.
No.
So Arlen will take 7 points of damage. Oh, wait, actually, because he's only got that in one hand, so you're actually going to take 9 points of damage because he has the dueling fighter style, which gives him +2 to anything as long as he doesn't have anything in his other hand. So actually, the first roll should have hit 2, but I'm not going to retcon that. Jinka.
Well, I'm pulling out my bow. I'm gonna shoot him in his face. First time I finally get to use my bow. Please don't fail me. Please.
Please don't be
Nice.
Oh,
That'll hit. Nicely done.
it's not a quarterstaff.
Luckily, it wasn't the botch
No, it's a bent quarterstaff.
with a string attached.
That shoots smaller, sharper quarterstabs.
Does Jinka have a second attack, or is it just the one? I think you guys are level 3. I think you only get the
Yeah,
one attack.
we've only got the one.
We just have the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zuzu.
So, can I use my movement to get here, and then because the walls, side walls of a ship are kind of slanted outwards, can I use acrobatics to like wall run my way to here as my action?
Yeah, because essentially you'd be using a dash, and that would allow you to move through the difficult terrain anyway. So yeah, but yeah, if you run up and run kind of along the curved wall of the bulkhead, and drop down beside one of the bodies and the pile of rubble, which I should probably draw over here.
And since that used my action, that's all I'd be able to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Toka.
He touched the pup.
He did things to me.
So the rage kicks in and going for that reckless swing on him.
Okay. That'll hit.
Ow!
Okay, and also he's going to have to give me a dex save.
Okay. Yeah, he makes it.
All right, so he takes half.
16. Alright, so 14. Alright. And Raven. Or Arias, excuse me.
I am going to lunge in towards him,
Okay.
trying to drive the glaive through his stomach. That one.
That'll hit. And he grabs the haft of the glaive as it pierces into his stomach. And he's got blood coughing up and spilling down his mouth. And he looks around at you all and he says, "You think you've bested Mr. Pug? Wait until the captain finds you." And he reaches
He's next.
He reaches out and drags a bloody hand down the front of Arias' chest.
Is he actually dead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want his head.
Not gonna wear it, are you?
Yes, I am.
Oh God!
Toka, do we want to go parading this around right now?
They all die.
Gonna wear him like a hat.
Why are you?
I take the sword, take his head, hold my hand out for the whip, and then tying it around the head, I wear it on my belt.
As long as it doesn't start talking.
We need a
Feel better?
necromancer for that.
Ugh.
And then
I-
taking his blood, he just smears it down his face.
I think Zoo is going to speak up at this point and just say, we can't fight a whole ship.
Fight or die. Either
Live.
they go
Who
down,
chooses live?
either they go down, or we do.
How many
We
people are
stay-
actually on the ship?
No more nights on this boat.
It's a very good question.
What's a good?
Did anyone ever get a
guesstimate?
count on that?
Yeah, what's a good guesstimate of like how big the crew is?
They have
A ship this size, I would say minimum 25 people.
they have no honor. They have no code.
Toka, we're pirates. We have
Even-
no honor. We have no code.
We don't attack merchant ships.
They also don't have muscle anymore.
I don't have anybody to be scared of except for the captain.
I feel like we can actually avoid a lot of bloodshed. And don't get me wrong, some of these guys really deserve this ass kicking. But I feel like we should get the snake's head first and lure the captain down here if we can, or by himself somewhere, and take him out. And then see how the crew reacts. But he's up there by himself right now.
Well, no, he still
Visible.
has his first mate.
No more shadows.
But we want to take the captain out, Toka. If
We will.
we are at a disadvantage, technically, as far as numbers go. Might be a little less stressful, especially since these two, technically, are very sore and injured still from the wounds the night before. It's been less than a day.
And I've got no wounds, and she's sitting there pointing at where she got stabbed.
So less strain on them, less strain on us. We take the captain out, and then see if we have a bigger fight ahead.
What do you suggest?
Well, Raven, how did the captain react when you delivered the news to Pug the first time?
There looked to be an all-knowing exchange between Pug and the captain.
What are our chances of luring him down here?
He will not come down.
Pug's name.
Let's take Pug to him.
That's still out in the open, though. Remember,
I
we're
care
trying to
no
lure
more.
the captain. I'm not saying that we be sneaky as far as, like, we're avoiding the entire ship. I'm just saying until the captain's dead, we don't make a scene in...
You made a scene the moment you killed these two.
It was an accident!
To be fair, it was an accident.
I said to be good.
We were being very good. Look, okay, we were being good at it, okay? They started it. We defended ourselves. It's not our fault that they were squishy.
Break the hull.
Break the hull.
Down here, wood is rotted. We can do that.
All right.
Or we could go up top and just deal with all of them. Either way, we're going to have a fight on our hands.
You're right. Either way, we are going to have a
One
fight.
way, we're going to be wet and fighting.
I say we sink the ship and then fight. That way they're in more of a panic and less focus because they're worried about the ship sinking as well as us trying to kill them.
Let's be
Or we steal the ship.
a little more tactical in case we need a backup plan. Let's just say, whether or not, doesn't matter, we do kill a captain in secret, or we do it in open. Say the ship does riot against us, or we blow a hole in the hull. We still need to make sure that we get off okay. Say the ship's done, we can't sail it. We need to get off. So we maybe should contact one of our allies to stand by a dinghy so nothing happens.
We can't survive in a dinghy.
Well, we can keep chasing after that merchant ship if someone's willing to push us.
I'm not pushing a boat.
You literally just
A dinghy. Dinghy is much smaller and a lot lighter.
We take this boat. And he's going to just reach down. He's going to grab Pug's body by the foot. He's going to start dragging it towards the steps.
Oh, it looks like we're doing it.
I'm going to try to run up the steps.
Yeah.
I'm able to squeeze and try
Zoo
to
is
block him.
straight up blocking the bottom of the steps.
Okay.
I mean, he's small, so he's not doing a great job, but he's trying his damnedest.
Toka, if you don't think rationally, we're all gonna die and drown.
You already signed that when you killed those two.
Yeah, but
Again?
we don't want to be more dead.
We're ambushed. It escalated.
He knows.
He does know.
Arias said
So
himself.
let's use that against him.
Oh, I plan to.
Can you still charm him and bring him down here?
No. No. No magic.
Well, then I'll knock his ass out and drag him down here.
Or we present the body as proof.
He's a big ass turtle, guys. What do you want to do? We're gonna try to hold him back, or are we gonna keep doing this?
Zoo will not fight the entire ship.
We don't
That's
need
a-
to fight the entire ship.
If Toka leaves this room with head on hip, we fight entire ship. Zoo refuses.
Now there is a potential. We've witnessed it before that some of them do obey out of fear. But how many of them don't do it out of fear?
We've seen it. Most of them fear Pug. Those who do not are weaklings, and we can take them.
What about the ones that roughed us up early on? They seemed pretty happy to work for Pug.
We won that fight.
We did, but no one died. They just might think that they're too cocky and take us on again instead of backing off.
Then we have more heads to decorate.
Toka, this is not an arena.
Oh, no. It's so much better.
Oh.
I think you need to
He
charm
kind of
Pug
has
up.
some bloodlust going on.
Has he dropped
Really?
his rage yet?
Hmm?
Have you dropped your rage yet?
Oh yeah, the rage ends after a round of no combat.
Okay, I was like, please tell me you're not still in rage mode.
It's just he's excited right now because they're gonna cause a ruckus and there's gonna be fighting.
I
And
mean,
he wants to take the ship.
Toka wants a new boat.
That's the only way Toka sees them getting out of this alive, because he doesn't know where they are sea-wise. Ari can't swim. There are no supplies on a dinghy. So,
It's not like we have time to supply one.
exactly. So, let's just have fun. Either we succeed or go out in a blaze of glory.
Well, how about this for a little backup plan? Or I should say, let's add to it. Since we don't have to worry about Pug, and Captain seems to be busy managing the rest of the crew and keeping an eye out on the merchant ship, why don't we gather what gunpowder we can, spread it along the back of the ship, so we can use it as a threat to ignite it if it gets way too crazy.
How are we going to get past the entire crew to do that?
Well, we could distract them. We have a couple allies. One, I wouldn't necessarily call an ally, but she could help us. Maybe we distract them by saying that Pug says we all get rum. Get them all excited and kind of distracted in the kitchen. Or the kegs out in the front of the boat. It'll be kicks, be casts. Sorry.
Too long. He knows. He sees us up on deck. He's going to know something happened anyway. Let's make an entrance. We make an entrance, we get enough shock and awe, people may follow us. Because we just took out what they're afraid of. Well, we took out their abuser.
All right, but I'm just going to give you guys a heads up right now. Thought I'd just lay it on you so it doesn't bite me in the ass later. I don't plan on dying today. I am chasing after someone. And I am not letting this shitty crap hole of a ship and this fight stop me from getting this asshole.
Then don't die.
So if it all turns south and it's not looking good, I'm not gonna lie, I will jump ship. If it's by myself, fine. But don't get me wrong. I will ask you guys. I will offer you to ride with me. And if you refuse...
Toka shrugs like, plan B. And he walks over and he gives Ari his healing potion.
And
She's gonna need it.
he's halfway down.
Oh, this is gonna be bloody.
What does that give me?
2d6 plus 4.
Yay.
Don't die, get good.
Well, I guess if there's chaos, we could always raid the stocks for more. All right.
And he's gonna grin. He's gonna look over to Arias. Let's go hunt a monster. And he's just gonna start slowly walking up the stairs, making sure Pug's body hits every single step along the way.
Thud. Thud.
You dragging his body behind you? I thought you
Oh,
just
yeah.
cut his head off.
Oh no, I'm wearing his head on my hip and I'm dragging the headless body with me.
Okay.
I'm making a statement.
Oh, this is.
Yes, the statement is thud.
Actually, what we'll do is I'll grab you guys and we'll do this over here. Get rid of that. Stick you in here. Go ahead.
I'm gonna use a dude and hit him with another dude.
Oh.
Catch!
Alright, got you guys on the right page. I do. Perfect. You can see your tokens.
No.
Go down
Oh,
a little.
I can see it.
Okay.
That's a tiny ass ship.
Yes, it is. Itty bitty shit.
All right.
Giant Royal Rumble about to happen.
I want to note that I'm lagging behind a good like 10, 15 feet.
Sue's just like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. we're not
I
doing
never agreed to this. I just want to live. I want to go home. Leave me alone.
Aww.
Yeah, Junka could either be in the back or second to last. She's definitely not first.
This is against my will. This is against my will.
Oh, gracious. Oh,
Now this is fun.
no, it's not. No.
Some of us are squishy.
Yeah, I dare say I'm lagging so far behind that I'm still in the villages.
What number did I just roll a second ago? Was it a 14?
11.
11.
Oh,
I don't know what the
14.
plus
Yeah.
three's for.
now I know what that means.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 3 more.
Ah,
Well, look on the bright side, guys. If they see us rallying, maybe our allies will join us.
That's 14. Get this on screen here for everybody.
They're hoping
that's
God
all
they're
of them.
just as squishy, guys, as the other
Should
two.
probably.
So when Toka gets to the door, he's just gonna like slam through it and then just chuck Plug's headless body at the mast, where it seemingly is his favorite spot to whip people.
Well, this is not the main deck. This is the below deck.
Oh,
Or mid deck.
We still got a couple levels to go.
Yeah, you're a level below the main deck.
even better.
Roll me an intimidate for Toka.
Can I get where is it? Can I get advantage on this since I'm wearing a dude?
That's pretty fucking scary.
I think if you were actually dealing with normal people, that'd be a yes. But because you're dealing with pirates and savagery is kind of in their nature, no.
Your bag.
Yeah.
That's decent.
All right. So I'll do. Oh, you know what? It's possible. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So the ones that were in view of this happening immediately see Mr. Pug's body, see the head on Toka's belt, and make for the stairs on this end of the ship because they're not running towards you, up to the main deck. The others either didn't see it happen or don't care. I'm going to reorganize these. There we go. And they hear the commotion, and immediately, because their blood is already riled up from the possibility of boarding another ship, draw their weapons and are ready for combat. So, which means go ahead and give me initiative rolls.
Hey,
Can I
look.
get higher than a freaking? Can I get above 10? Come on.
So all those other guys that were there, are they still there and just watching now, or have they all scampered off?
No, they rushed up to the main deck either through the stairs back here or the stairs over here, depending which was closer and whichever one moved them away from you.
So there's essentially just us and those other 5 guys here at the
There it
moment.
is. Yep.
In that case, I will. There it is.
Okay, so that's everybody, I believe.
Would be.
All right. So this first one sees Toka wearing Mr. Pug and charges forward. A scimitar.
Can I ask you something before he attacks?
Sure.
What would be the damage on Pug's body? If I theoretically were to hit him with Pug's body.
An unarmed attack.
Okay.
He's not particularly dense or spiked or anything that would add additional damage.
Okay.
So, but the pirate charging forward has a scimitar in one hand and a dagger in the other. And he just charges forward, lunging with the scimitar first, following up with a strike towards Toka with the dagger.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. All right, this one at the same thing with Toka with the scimitar and the dagger.
That'll hit.
And then the dagger. Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Oh.
I need that. That's scimitar. That'll hit.
No, it's your turn.
No.
You're not
All right.
getting attacked.
I was like, what?
Not yet, anyway.
The guy wearing Mr. Pug right now is getting hit.
Okay. We're going to move there. So not leaving threat range. And we are going to hit the guy directly in front of me. Yes.
Oh!
That'll hit.
Damn!
-9. All right.
Is he still standing
He is.
when the initial hit lands?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god.
In which case, one sec. I am going to use that, and I am going to push him straight back
Okay.
into his buddy. No, this way,
Oh, that way? Okay.
diagonal.
Must make a strength saving row. Okay. What's your DC? It's going to be
DC?
10 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency, which is 2, so 12 plus whatever your strength modifier is.
16 is your number.
Okay. There you go.
So that guy in front of me is prone?
Is he prone? I think he just gets pushed, doesn't he? Or does he actually get pushed prone? No, he's just pushed.
He's
Okay.
just pushed.
Yeah, he's
now,
not prone.
the guy that left the threat range, did he provoke anything from Toka?
Yeah, he'll get a... Well, what's the threat range on your sword, Toka? Is it 10 foot?
5 feet.
It's 5 feet? Alright, go ahead and give it attack of opportunity on it. That'll miss.
Oh.
Alright, Toka. And look, well, does Arias have any movement or anything else you want to do?
You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm going to use the action surge, and I'm gonna do one more attack on him,
Okay.
since he didn't die the first time.
That will miss.
Pity.
Alright, Toka.
Toka just like grins down at the guy who's just now been pushed.
Doc Regro! Doc Regro, thank you for that sub. Thank you for keeping our Mimic alive. You guys, if you have hearts or Mimics, drop those in chat for Doc Regro. Doc, we appreciate that, sir. Thank you for that
And
sub.
he's just gonna roar in his face as he activates the rage.
Okay.
Oh.
And then goes to bring the greatsword down on top of him, a la Pyramid Head.
And that will miss.
Damn. I should have said I was gonna do a reckless attack.
Shoulda, but you did.
Gotta.
Alright. Does Toka have any other actions or movement that he wants to take? Okay. Alright. One of them rushes Arias. That
Oh,
scimitar.
though I'm sorry, he was supposed to do this as well. Because I am raging.
Okay. What is it? Dexterity? What's the DC?
DC 14.
Yep, he makes it.
Jesus.
Okay.
So he takes half.
So 4. Alright. Yeah, next time make sure that you get that
Yeah.
before the turn ends. Rushing Arias, his scimitar dagger, kind of arms crossed, bringing the scimitar forward and then following up with that dagger. That will hit.
Yep.
So 6 from the scimitar, and that will miss. Alright. This one.
I don't like the image of that ruler going out.
1G.
It makes me feel somebody's about to throw a grenade or something.
Arias again, another pirate charging forward from the back.
Oh.
That'll miss. And that'll miss as well. Alright. Zuzu.
So, centered on this point right here, that catches basically everyone from Arias forward. I am going to calm emotions. So everybody within that needs to make a DC 12 charisma save, and if they fail, then they are no longer hostile towards each other.
Okay, Buzz Killington.
Including us?
Yep.
Yep.
I think I'm going to give the pirates advantage on this because somebody decided to throw their first mate's headless body on the deck and wear their head on their belt.
That's probably fair.
Christmas save?
It is.
Yes.
So, because I've got 5 of these, Arias and Toka, go ahead and get yours out of the way. Alright, so Arias is calm. Or calmed. Toka?
I'm trying to see if I'm immune to the charm.
I don't think it's actually a charm.
It's not a charm, it's just a suppressing strong emotions.
The magical emotional tranquilizer.
Aura.
It's a tie, I think,
Roll again.
goes in favor of the caster. Hang on.
I swear to God, if you just knocked me out of my rage.
Oh.
I mean, technically it would have, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Which is going to, like, seriously screw Toka over.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
I'm
Hey,
double checking.
Zoo-
It looks like for saves, the person rolling the save wins. So,
Okay.
in that case, Toka wins.
He's the only one I wanted to calm.
I was like, I'm calm. I'm
okay.
just going with the flow.
Stop trying to calm me down.
I've got
We're in a fight.
5 pirates for this, so I'm going to do this 5 times.
Boy!
Working my way from bottom left to right. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
Oh my god.
He's fine. So the only person affected by this is Arias.
And he's the one I didn't really care about calming because he's at least reasonable.
Oh my Jesus.
Right up until Toka screams again.
Have
Well,
any other actions or movement that you want to take?
To be fair,
I do, but I think I'm just gonna stand there and be really disappointed.
Okay.
I was gonna say, to be fair, if Arias or anyone gets hit or sees somebody get attacked, then he snaps out of it.
I'm trying to think what this layout would do.
No, you stay away from me.
Okay. So using the square that this guy's in as difficult terrain, he can get there. Let's see. Okay, he's gonna go after Zoo.
Rude.
Again, kind of same thing, scimitar and dagger, plunging forward with the scimitar, bringing that dagger kind of in a backhanded swipe to follow the thrust. That I know hits. Alright, so 4 from the scimitar. And...
Yep.
Pretty sure that hits? Okay. And then another 4 from the dagger. Alright. And that takes us to Jenka.
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, I'm technically like on the stairs, so I probably need to. Actually, where I am on the stairs, can I like easily just shoot my bow over, or do I need to get up more?
Let's see. Who's at the? It looks like Arlen is actually at the foot of them. So I think you can probably shoot over the railing from where you are.
Basically what I'm saying, so I don't have like disadvantage or anything like that, or coverage or any, or not coverage, visibility.
So if you stay where you are, you do have cover from
Okay.
ranged attacks. You have like half cover, but
Okay.
that also means that you would make attacks at a disadvantage.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
then, and I'm gonna go straight for this guy,
All right.
and I'm going to do with my longbow. Gonna go ahead and I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay. That will miss.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay.
Any other actions or movement you want to take?
I'm gonna go ahead and take one step further back.
Okay.
So I'm by these stairs. Can I use perception and see if I can see anyone coming down from the stairs?
Yeah, go for it. You do not see anybody coming down at the moment.
Okay. All right. That's it.
All right. Arlen.
So I gotta finish coming up the stairs.
Mhm.
2.
So that's 10 feet.
Oh.
So I think you have 20 more
Cross
feet that you can move.
This way. I just need
Okay.
to get into the mix here.
All right.
And yeah, okay. I am going to go after this guy right here. There we go. So can you roll, please?
That will miss.
Okay.
All right. Any other actions or movement you want to take?
For right now, no, I think that's fine. I did have a quick question because I didn't
Sure.
really understand the way it was worded. The hellish rebuke only act like you can use it once you've been hit, correct?
Right, it's a reaction.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So this guy who got pushed back. I think he's just gonna charge back in at Toka. Honestly. So Toka, scimitar and dagger.
That'll hit.
Hit for 9 there from the scimitar, and the dagger follow up.
I
It was
call
on a one.
hacks.
It was on a 1, and it.
I
knocked it back
call
over.
so many hacks.
Shenanigans.
An additional 5 from the dagger follow up.
It's because you started this, Toka.
This is the one directly
5.
in front of Toka, who doesn't really have anywhere to go that would be advantageous, so he's just going to attack Toka again.
Stop bullying the turtle.
That'll hit. So 6 slashing from that.
I am highly regretting giving Ari my potion now.
And
I'm sorry. I'll hit it up for you.
dagger follow up.
Christ.
And a 6 from the dagger. Alright. Arias.
Oh. Are any of them injured?
A couple of them. I take that back. One of them.
Where is he?
The one directly in front of Toka. He's got a wound in his side from where you hit him with your glaive earlier.
Guess what? He's gonna have a matching one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will hit. Alright, so 5 there.
Is he still moving?
He is.
That is really unfortunate.
Okay. Which direction?
He is gonna go right into his buddy there.
To the north?
Yep.
Okay. Is a strength saving throw? Is that right?
16, yep.
Okay. Yep. Alright. So,
And, Toka, guess what?
yeah, attack of opportunity on this guy up here. And Arias, actually, I think you get an attack of opportunity. Well, just pushing. I don't think pushing would trigger an attack of
No,
opportunity.
it doesn't, because that's part of the attack.
Yeah.
He's going to leave range when I do it.
Yeah. So Toka does get an attack of opportunity on this most northern one here. That will miss.
Question.
I'm rolling like trash right now.
Now that pushes like 15 feet away. So
Is it 15 feet? It is, isn't it?
15
Okay.
feet.
Oh,
Somebody's
on a
impacted.
failed save, you push your target up to 15 feet away from you. I think he's at 15 feet away from you. Let me see. He is.
Okay.
So that should have been done differently the first time, but as it stands this roll, he is 15 feet away from you.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, Toka.
Trying to
Hey,
give Toka all
let's
the
see
options.
if I can maybe hit him this time.
That'll hit.
Oh, okay.
You're aiming at the bottom one here right in front of you?
No, this one. So he's going to
Which
take
one?
10.
Sorry, it didn't ping. Okay, yeah, that's the one I thought. Okay, so he's going to take
And
10.
then he's going to catch the storm aura.
Just dexterity save. So did not make that, I don't think.
He did not. It's because
Okay.
it's DC 14.
All right, that's fine. Minus another 8. All right. And he is shocked and wounded, clutching his side, but still on his feet. His dagger kind of holding down against his side, his scimitar in his other hand. All right, this is the one in front of Arias. So that this time it's a slash, kind of with the scimitar across your chest, and then a follow up with the dagger.
Huh?
That hits, I think.
That
Nope,
6.
ties. Okay, so does
Ties.
not hit. Dagger. That'll miss as well. All right. This one is the one in front of Arlen. It's
No
got
touch.
3 targets. Toka. Kind of again slashing and then following up with the dagger. That'll hit.
You were just getting bullied.
And dagger will miss. Okay. Zoo.
So has everyone else pretty much joined the fray at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, Zoo is even more disappointed in everyone.
I think Toka is going to yell back at him, just saying, "I swear to God, if you do not fight, I will kill you myself."
No, not my shushu.
Like, he isn't just in full blood rage.
I'm conflicted. I'm really conflicted because Zoo did not want to be a part of this at all.
Zoo did nothing wrong.
For once, that's a correct statement. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d20 here.
HP Fox is letting the dice make decisions for him.
Oh no.
Oh.
Not the decision he wanted, apparently.
Well, I mean, I don't know what I wanted. That's just an oh no for everybody else. So I'm gonna use my action to disengage from this guy. And will my movement be able to take me around over here, or is there too much crap in the way?
No, you can get around over there. I haven't been using it for these boxes or anything, so
Okay,
you can get around over there.
then my max movement, because that's difficult terrain, technically will take me to here. And that's
Okay.
where I stop.
All right. Captain. Let's see. I can do one of 2 things here. Okay. He's going to attack Toka. So kind of he's back around behind Toka, hoping that Toka is distracted by the other pirates kind of flanking him. He's going to try to sneak up behind Toka and get some shots in. As Toka's lifting his arms, he's trying to go for like that underarm soft tissue that's going to hurt
See,
him
and this
a
is
lot.
why I don't make bloodthirsty characters most of the time,
Because it gets them killed.
because it gets you killed.
Oh, stop
And then
bullying.
follow up with the dagger.
No touch.
That
That
ties it.
ties, so that's not a hit. Jinka.
What has happened to us, guys? What's happened?
With Zoo not being in combat, they have a free man to target me.
Oh God. Okay.
There you go, Zoro. Thanks for being a fantastic cast member, Zoro.
No problem.
You guys dropped some hearts in chat for Zoro. I noticed you had no stars. Like, I gotta fix that. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
And now he kills you.
Yep, pretty much.
And now
The
I'm
apology
dead.
wind up.
That's right. This is the
Softening the
hey,
blow.
don't be mad at me. Remember when I gifted you that sub?
Sure. For now.
Everyone dies,
Oh,
and then you
God.
wake up, and it was all a terrible dream.
No, I've used that trope on D&D games before. It's not as fun as you think it is.
Oh God. Okay. Now what's this behind me?
That is Zuzu.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait. I don't remember.
Wow.
Wow.
All right then.
The
Murder
turn order. The turn order was blocking right
Oh
behind
my
me. So as soon as I moved it, I was like, wait, who's that? Who snuck up behind me? Okay, we're good. We're cool. We're cool. Okay.
Actually, roll me a percent. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
You know it's Zuzu.
Oh,
That's okay. She won't.
Probably heard cursing and muttering as he was moving.
I think from now on, when somebody goes, "What is this?" my instant response should be roll a perception check.
Oh God. Oh no.
no.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to attempt this. I'm gonna go ahead and stare at the guy that's right
Okay.
right here next to Toka. And I'm gonna start speaking in a language that is incomprehensible to everybody.
Even Arlen.
Arland actually would know this, technically.
Okay. Is it infernal?
It's vicious mockery.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she is going to point at the guy while she's speaking in this crazy devil tongue. And he's gonna have to make a wisdom save. Oh, it's not on my. Did I not have enough to fit on here? Maybe not. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and click it this way. Maybe this
There
will
you
work
go.
the same.
That works.
There we go.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage. What is your DC? I think it's 12.
I think it was 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has disadvantage on his next turn.
Okay.
And he takes damage.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me a d4 because he takes 4
Alright.
psychic damage.
I need to do that.
A critical failure.
Well, I mean, yeah. These guys are not real smart. Wisdom is their dump stat. All right.
And then and then that one has a.
Yeah, I need to mark him
disadvantage.
real quick.
It's just out of curiosity because let me read this real quick.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
literally.
it's just one
it-
creature. It's one creature.
Mhm.
Okay.
But it is something that they can understand because basically this is looking at somebody and telling them a your mama joke.
Oh.
It's literally like you are hurting them with words. String of insults, whatever. But yeah, it's literally like demoralizing and doing damage to them that way.
You're
But in a cool, creepy language.
Yeah. Well, no, in something that they can understand.
I can choose a different language if I want.
Fair enough. And if you want to choose something else, you can. But this is also one of those things that, like, especially like bards, if they use this, are like, you know, just throwing out this grandiose insult that just like, oh, you're doing so much self-esteem damage that this person is literally taking psychic damage from whatever the insult is.
They're
However,
psyched out.
get off several scathing remarks that'll scar them indefinitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any other
it.
actions or movements from Jenka?
Nah, I'm still sitting pretty.
Okay.
I'm good.
Arlen.
Okay, I missed last time. Let's try not to miss this time. It's not a fucking quarterstaff. Thank you.
That'll hit.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
The one directly in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. any other actions or movements?
No, I think I'm gonna sit pretty right here, just
Okay.
backing up my buddies.
All right. So, one of the things that goes along with vicious mockery is it is a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments, which means that Jinka just did magic in front of all of these guys. They're not super happy about that. So this
They'd
one is
already hit the
rushing
shan,
forward.
guys. It
1,
doesn't
2,
matter
3,
now.
4, 5.
No witnesses!
And attacking Jinka, that same kind of style with the thrusting, piercing scimitar and the follow-up slash with the dagger.
It's with disadvantage, though.
Oh, it is. You're right. Does a 14 hit? It does
No.
not. Okay. And then he rolls this, but still has disadvantage. No, wait. That was the other one. The other one that's marked has disadvantage. This was a different one. So they both hit.
They both hit.
And then the damage from that. So 12 damage from the scimitar and dagger combo there. As he charges forward and he's witch, and just driving the scimitar and then following up. And in my head, like he drives the scimitar kind of piercing into her side, and then follows up, bringing the dagger down onto her shoulder. These guys are not that smart. Let's call this 15 save. Okay, so he's does not care. You're gonna get an attack of opportunity, Toko, as he leaves your threatened area. That will hit.
People just don't think I'm crazy just because I'm a tiefling. Just saying.
All right, that was attack of opportunity. Does not stop his movement. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Same thing. This one. The witch! Get the witch!
I may have made
Nope.
mistakes.
We're just gonna take the first one. Ignore the second one. That came. Either one wouldn't have hit, but that came out of my mouth before the results came out.
What's up with these rolls?
And then the dagger. So he's just kind of enraged at the fact that, there's somebody on his ship using magic. And funneling that rage into his charge, drives that scimitar, kind of probably crushing into Jinka's ribs, and then follows up again with the dagger, probably driving it into her chest. Unmade Gaming, Unmade Raid, you guys welcome in. Raiders, how's your evening? How's your night? How's your game? Yeah.
I have to say, whoever at Pazio or whoever designed this, like the Pathfinder campaign that you're taking off this, is a heartless bastard.
Aww.
You guys drop some D&D dragons in chat to defend against that raid, or some mimic hearts if you have them. Unmade Gaming, you guys go. I will remember my commands at some point. You guys go drop Unmade Gaming a follow. I believe that they were playing some 6 and 20 City of Mist this evening, if I remember correctly. You guys, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. These guys are on a pirate ship, have gotten tired of the shit that they've been being subjected to, and are attempting to mutiny. I don't want to say it's not going well, but they've been in better positions.
Oh, it's definitely not going well.
So,
If we went with a smarter plan, I wouldn't be dying on the floor.
This is what happens when your dad is a barbarian.
why did
Have
you
you
listen
learned
to
nothing
the
from God of
barbarian?
War?
I haven't played it yet.
Aw.
So I'm bleeding out. I'm unconscious, bleeding out.
Are you?
Toby died.
Yeah, you were at
Toby
negative
died.
2. Okay.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
So, yeah, Jinka is on the floor bleeding out. The pirate's standing over her and kind of spits. And he says, "That's what you get, witch!" And we go to Arias' turn.
Oh.
Let's get rid of this one here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wind up, bring the glaive down across his collar.
Okay. That will hit. 7.
And why do I not have info about this? Why? Why do I not? That's all for now.
Okay.
I'll figure out why.
No shove or anything to follow up.
Oh. I mean, I could technically shove him to there.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think I'm going to. You know what? We're going to.
Okay. I think it's a strength save.
It's going to take an extra 1 on top of that.
All right, so he does make the save, so he does not get shoved.
Still takes an
but
extra
he
damage,
takes the
though.
1 damage. All right. Toka.
All right. Toka's throwing caution to the wind. And I'm going to start using reckless attack on these swings.
Okay.
So going after the this dude.
Okay. And
22.
That'll hit. Okay. That's 15.
And then
And dex save. That's weird. 17 makes it, I think.
yep, it's
Okay.
DC 14, so he takes half damage.
Takes half, so another 4. All right. Any other actions or movement?
No.
Okay. Let's see. This is the one in front of Arias, and I think. Well, he's got 2 targets there. Let's figure out who he doesn't like more.
No.
He doesn't like Arias.
Good.
So same kind of.
That hits.
They all have the same fighting style. No, that's not. I haven't rolled for it yet. But he's actually kind of. He's reverse gripping the scimitar and actually bringing it down, trying to use that piercing tip to like cut through Arias' scales, and then following up with the dagger with like a punching into kind of the gut area there. So that's the scimitar, which I believe hits, and then the dagger follow through hits as well.
Yep.
And so 14 damage altogether from those 2 attacks.
Okay.
All right. This is the one in front of Arlen. He's got 3 possible targets. Arias is 1, Arlen's 2, Toka's 3.
Don't hit me. I'm pretty.
Just going after the guy with Mr. Pug's head on his belt.
Of course he is.
That will hit.
16 hits.
He has advantage on me because I did reckless attack.
That's right. Okay. So that'll hit, and then we've got our dagger follow-up, which will hit as well.
Yep.
Oh.
For another 7. So 14 altogether there. Zoo.
Ooh, hella fun.
Zoo was just making a beeline for the exit until Jenka was cut down literally right beside him. That kind of made him stop for a moment. So I kind of imagine he was rounding the corner of the stairs as it happened. So he just keeps that momentum going and like jumps right over the railing to end up right here.
Okay.
And taking another step forward, and that guy that's right beside him is going to take a scimitar to the face, hopefully. Not with that.
No. I was trying to think if you had an advantage for any reason, but no.
Let's try a different scimitar to the face.
That'll hit. For 9. All right.
And
Who's a
I told
lefty?
you you're a lefty.
he's going to take another 3, and my AC is going to go up by 3.
Okay. So you kind of parkour over the railing, off the steps over the railing, and just kind of mid-air slash your scimitar across this guy's chest, landing kind of with the superhero pose, the scimitar kind of out back behind you in a reverse grip as you do. And this is the one that had Vicious Mockery that wears off. He's only really got one target, which is Toka.
Yep.
And do you follow up with the dagger, or is Toka down?
Nope.
Okay, follow up with the dagger then.
Now he's down.
Oh no!
Alright. Jenka, give me a death saving throw.
How do I do that?
That's right, this is the first time. Where's your sheet? Because I gotta look at it to be able to tell you. There we go. So you see where it says death saves and you've got a boxes of failures and successes?
Yes.
If you
Oh, right there.
Click the death saves button. If you roll an 11 to 20, it's a success. If you roll a 1 to a 10, it's a failure.
Oh, I've seen my rolls.
That's a success.
Yay!
Alright. Arlen.
Feeling a little distraught now. Dad and Big Sis just, like, took a dirt nap. I'm gonna finish what I started.
Okay.
And going after this SOB. I'm surprised nobody's hit me.
That will miss.
It's because you're not hitting anyone.
That's right.
I hit him once!
You take any other actions or movements?
No.
Okay.
No. I want to move away, but I don't want to give him an opportunity.
Okay. So that will end that run. I think it's a good spot for us to take our last break for the evening. We'll come back and pick combat back up. You guys that came in from Unmanned Gaming's channel, welcome in. How was City of Mist this evening? How was 6 and 20? How are you guys doing? We're going to get up, take a quick 5-minute break, stretch legs, all that good fun stuff. We will be back here momentarily. Thank you for hanging out. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to drop a follow. We currently have 3 shows a week on this channel. We're working on another one to add, or another few to add to that rotation. But we are, so we'd appreciate if you drop a follow, and that way you know anytime that we do go live. We're going to take that quick 5-minute break, and we will be right back momentarily. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Una niña se perdió, camino de Santa Maya. Una niña se perdió, y si la encontraba yo, Virgen de la Candelaria, ay qué feliz sería yo. Y si no te veo doble, pena me da si te veo. Y si no te veo doble, no tengo más alegría que cuando escucho tu nombre, se me alegra la pena mía. Y desde entonces se bailan los fandangos, y desde entonces se bailan los fandangos de Santa Eulalia.
Down, 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 down. Here's a health to the king and a lasting peace, to faction and to wealth increase. Come, let us drink while we have breath, for there's no drinking after death. And he that will this health deny, down among among the dead men, down among the dead men, down, 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 down among the dead men, let him lie. In smiling Bacchus's joy I roll, deny no pleasures to my soul. Let Bacchus's health around briskly move, for Bacchus is the friend of love, and he that would this health deny. Down among the dead men, down among the dead men, down, 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 down among the dead men, let him lie. May love and wine their rights maintain, and their united pleasures reign, while Bacchus's treasure crowns the board. We'll sing the joy that both afford, and they that won't with us comply. Down among the dead men, down among the dead men, down, 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 down among the dead men, let them lie.
Hey boys! Oh, don't just hear the old man say,
Goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well.
oh, don't just hear the old man say,
Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound.
we're homeward bound to Liverpool town,
Goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well.
where all of them duties they will come down.
Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound.
And when we get to the Wallasey gates,
Goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well.
oh, Sally and Polly for the flashmen do wait.
Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound.
And one to the other will hear them say,
Goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well.
oh, here he comes Johnny with 40 months' pay.
Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound.
We'll meet these fly gals and we'll ring the old bell.
Goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well.
And with them duties we'll raise Marielle.
Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound.
We're homeward bound to the gals of the town.
Goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well.
And step me your bullies and even around.
Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound.
And when we get home, boys, oh, won't we fly round?
Goodbye.
All right, we're back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
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 How's everybody feeling?
Oh,
I
pretty
have
dead.
chocolate now.
Raven's like, I'm so stressed I had to go get chocolate.
I kid you not. I have chocolate.
All right, so we are diving back into combat. Toka and Jinka are currently incapacitated, making death saving throws on their turns.
Hey! Don't bring up Davy Jones yet. We're not dead.
Well, yet. All right, so this guy here probably steps on Jinka's body as he makes his way over to approach Zuzu. Just adding insult to injury, stepping on the witch, planting his boot kind of just into her gut. You see her, though Zuzu probably is the only one that notices her body lurch up as he steps forward, bit of blood spraying from her mouth, and he slices his scimitar towards Zuzu. That'll miss. The follow-up dagger plunge will hit, though.
That'll hit.
So take a 4 damage there. And then this is the one standing directly to Zuzu's north, hoping to catch Zuzu off guard as he's dodging and then taking that dagger attack.
Be like lightning, Zuzu.
That will miss, I think.
I'm
Yes.
trying.
Zuzu's AC is 20?
Yeah, because I have +3 right now.
Oh, that's
because
right.
of my
Okay.
defensive flourish.
I just happened to look and I was like, eh? Alright. That'll tie, so it misses. It rather doesn't miss, but he slashes across Zuzu's arm, but it's not enough to really do any damage or get through Zuzu's leather, probably. Hide. Arias, the other A person.
Wrong Ari.
Just for the record, I did say we should gather our allies, which one is a healing cleric.
Hey! Unconscious people can't talk.
Hey, you're dead. Act like it.
Stop breaking character.
One right there.
All right.
I'm going to, because I really don't have a lot of room to work here. Bring down a swing directed as a hand holding the scimitar.
Okay, so it's a called shot, so that'll give you disadvantage. But feel free to go for it.
No, just for the sake of where it's going for the
Oh, okay.
follow-up.
I thought you were like trying to
No,
knock
no,
the scimitar
not
out of
actually
his hand.
call shot.
Okay, gotcha.
because aiming
Just
for that
for-
side.
Gotcha. For thematic effect. That will miss.
Kitty.
Any other actions or movement you want to take?
Not much I can do. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Toka, give me a death saving throw.
But I don't
Stop
want
being
to.
dead.
That's a success. Nicely done. All right. Arias, the one directly in front of you this time.
Yep.
Wait, didn't I just do that one? No. Okay. I'm getting confused in turn order now. Never mind. So yeah, it is the one directly in front of you. 24 will hit. I'm fairly certain. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And that is the scimitar, and follow up with that dagger. 10 will not. Okay. And this is the one in front of Arlen. Actually, I think seeing the other pirate engaging with Arias, I think he's going to go after Arlen. So Arlen, scimitar attack
No touch. No
Does
touch.
hit.
Ow. Ow.
for 4. And then that follow-up dagger plunge does not hit, I don't think. Nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, Zuzu.
Remind me, does using a potion take your action, like your ability to attack in a round, or?
I don't think so, but I'm going to double check real quick. 5e drinking potion action. Drinking or administering a potion takes an action. Yes, it
Well,
does.
Okay. We're gonna keep hacking on the guy to our north.
Okay.
No, it's just
Miss.
I believe in you. Telling you, you're allowed.
And a miss as well. So you kind of Zoo brings his scimitars up in this like cross slash, and the guy just kind of takes a little step back, leaning back to get his neck out of the line of where that would have intersected. Alright, and it is this one who I think is the only person over there alive is Zuzu, so I think he's going to come down and attack Arlen.
No!
And hit her very hard, catching her off guard as she's kind of fending away attacks from the one in front of her.
You screw off! What
For
are
t-
with these rules?
And so 17 altogether with that scimitar.
I'm down, but as I'm going down, you know what? You get a little bit of this as I go poof.
Okay. It does miss though.
I cry.
So you burst into flames as a final action, trying to sear this guy, unfortunately missing as you go down.
I cry.
Jinka, give me a death saving throw.
Okie dokie.
We'll take the first one, and it can be a success. I'm gonna mark you guys so I know who's down because I've got.
I didn't even realize it rolled twice.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, did I hit it twice?
Sometimes,
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
sometimes a little bit of lag. And
Yeah.
it, doubles
It's
10.
it's
No,
probably roll
Oh,
20.
okay. I could have possibly held down on it too in disappointment that I'm dying. Aww.
Arlen, give me a death saving throw.
Horse.
Success.
Ha-ha!
All right. So this is the one to the left of, or to the west of Zuzu. Depending on that scimitar and that dagger, he's rushing forward, basically trying to drive both of them in. The idea is to push the scimitar in far enough that the blade or that the dagger begins to press in to Zuzu's chest as well.
Nope.
That'll miss, and dagger. That'll miss
Nope.
as well, I think. All right.
Thank God.
So he sidestep and he goes lunging forward, both blades kind of going right under your arm, missing you completely. The other one, hoping to catch you off guard, kind of slashes with the scimitar and then drives that dagger forward.
That will match my AC.
Okay, so miss. Or glance off and not do enough damage to really, or not do any damage. And that one will miss as well. Alright.
Oh, okay, Twinkle Toes.
Arias.
Oh. Okay. I can't physically disengage from any of these. This is pretty close.
Well, you could. You just couldn't take an attack in the same
Yeah.
turn.
Who's wounded? Who's not? Who's bleeding a lot?
Of the pirates,
Yeah.
the one to the north of Zuzu is looking a lot worse for wear. The one to the north of you is got a couple bruises and cuts on him.
Okay. And the two in front of me, nothing.
The northern two in front of you has a cut on him. Exploding dice raid. You guys drop your mimics, drop your dragons in chat for exploding dice. Show them some love. I think Judo may have jumped the gun a little bit, but we're gonna give them that love anyway. Askren and all you guys from Exploding Dice, how are you guys doing this evening? How's your game? What were you playing? How did it go? These guys are in a terrible position right now.
That is the understatement of the night.
We're all gonna die.
As we are playing Keelhauled, which is our low magic pirate game. Welcome on in. How's your night going, Raiders? Arias, what are you up to? Missing entirely. I'm not sure who you're swinging at, but you did miss.
Oh, yeah, the one. The wounded one. Here.
Okay.
Swinging at literally anyone that will take the hit.
Right.
Just kind of like
Can you just
literally in front of me. It's like, anyone?
could you just stand there for a second and hold still?
These are daggers of love. Accept it.
Toka, give me a death saving throw. TBG, the world that we're playing in is low magic. I've adapted some things.
Oh, I gotta give you death save, huh?
You do. I mean, unless you just want to take a fail. Hey, one more and it would have been 2 successes. But was that 2 successes for you at the moment?
2 successes, yeah.
Okay. All right. This is the one directly in front of Arias. That scimitar and dagger combo. I think that hits.
That'll hit.
Okay. All right. So 5 from the scimitar.
And I'm going to burn. Yeah, I'm going to burn my last superiority dice for now.
Okay. What's that give you?
I'm going to use that.
Okay. Reduce the number of damage you reduced it by your superiority die, which was 1, right?
I've got 1 left, yeah.
Okay, so 1 plus your dexterity modifier. So what's your dex modifier?
And that's a D8.
Okay, so D8 plus your dex modifier.
Yeah.
TBG, I'm not following the whole thing. It was just to get them started off.
So the entire hit.
So the entire hit. Good deal. All right, and then we follow up with the dagger plunge, which does not hit. All right. This is the one to the north, who Arlen is down, so he's just going to attack Arias.
Yes, I am.
That'll miss. And then that dagger follow-up as well will definitely hit. Why am I rolling crits all night tonight? This has been ridiculous.
Don't know. You can stop that now.
Gave the DM advantage.
So 5 points of damage. There's that damage you negated.
And I am down.
You're down? All right.
No! Zuzu, it's up to you!
The answer is the DM gave the DM advantage.
I did no such thing. If I could fudge rolls, generally they would be fudged in your favor. Not when I'm already, like, when 3/5 of the party is already dead.
I'm just expecting Zuzu to say parlay.
I mean, Zuzu, what are you doing?
Why you guys got to do me like this?
It's like, I never wanted any part of this in the first place.
I really didn't. I tried, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to use my action to disengage from combat, and jump the railing back down into the bilges.
Okay.
Ditched like a prom date.
So back down, and I'm going to move your token down there. It's right about here. All right, cool. All right, and that's all your movement?
Yep.
Yeah. 5, let's call it 10. Oh wait, is it his turn? Let me make sure it's actually his turn. No, it's not. Okay. It's this guy's turn. That's 15 feet. So he's still catching up with you. And he's going to make his attacks.
That'll hit.
Okay. For 5 there with the scimitar, the follow-up dagger into the shoulder.
That'll hit too.
For another 6. Jinka, a death saving throw, please. Does that put you at 2 successes and a failure? Okay.
Yep.
Arlen, a death saving throw, please.
Look what you did!
Failure there. Is that 1 failure for Arlen?
That's 1 and 1.
1 and 1, okay. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. As he gives chase to Zuzu, whose attempt to retreat into the bilges doesn't seem to be helping himself too much.
You're cornered.
That botch, though.
He falls on his sword.
Tell you what, HP Fox, odd or even?
Let's go odd.
Okay. So he jumps down, rushing forward, a little too bloodthirsty, just charging at whatever is in front of him, hitting his compatriot in the back with the scimitar. What's the damage on that? 4. And then he does have the dagger follow up. Realizing he hit the wrong target, not super happy with himself, and trying to make up for that mistake, he drives the dagger into Zuzu's sternum for 9 points of damage. which I believe will put Zuzu out of commission as well.
Yep.
Okay. So that puts the whole party out of commission. Unfortunately, these pirates are not the type to help you stabilize. But the next thing that you know, there's this calm, swaying darkness that you find yourself in. And a moment later, you hear this cackle. And you see this hand reach out to you. A skeletal. Its sleeve covered in mold and barnacles. As I have to go look up the name. I forgot the guy's name. I should have pulled this up earlier. Where is my Keelhauled lore doc?
Well,
There it is.
we're
One second.
off the ship.
Will ye serve?
As the hand reaches out, and and the voice behind it says, "Will you pay, or will you serve on the pauper's fate?"
Oh, fuck.
What's the fee?
The hand holds up a scale, and on it are representations of Jinka's life in weights. You see your first murder as a heavy weight on the scale. You see your first plunder and pillage there beside it. The first time that you fell in love on the other side of the scale. The first time that you sacrificed for the good of someone else there on the scale, but the scale still weighs heavy on the side of your misdeeds. And he says, "Jinka, your life is imbalanced. Your toll is high. To avoid the pauper's fate, I require 500 gold." Because Jinka's led her own ship, she's run on raids, her life's a little unbalanced.
True that. You know, she could have had a happy life. She could have. Till she went through some serious shit at a young age. When you say 500 gold, do you mean if I return to life, I must gather 500 gold for you?
You pay 500 gold or you serve aboard the pauper's fate.
Doesn't really answer my question.
No returning to life. That is the deal. If you have it now, then you have it. If you don't, then you serve.
I don't think any of us has 500.
And he, at that outburst, he nods, and a oar appears in your hands, and you find yourself, the figure gone, sitting below deck of a ship, rowing your oar. Zuzu, lizard man, you find yourself aboard the pauper's fate. Do you have the gold to pay for your life's deeds? And Zuzu's scale's actually almost fairly balanced. He's done some things in his life that, he's not really proud of. And for Zuzu, those are things like losing his temper, not thinking about the communal good, thinking about himself first. So the weights aren't as big, but there are more of them. The good things that he's done is provided for his community, his tribe, watching out for the merchants that he sailed with, and trying to be a fair merchant during his time as a merchant. So his scales are a little bit more balanced. But the captain of the Pauper's Fate still asks, your fate, your life and deeds are imbalanced by 100 gold.
Fuck.
Aww.
I think Zoo has probably learned enough about this with his time spent with what's their name? The deniers of something or other.
Deniers of Paradise, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he's probably learned that there's just no like bargaining or anything in this scenario.
Okay.
So he holds out his hand, waiting for the ore.
Shadow Fox 7471. Thank you for that raid. Raiders, welcome in. We have playing our pirate D&D adventure this evening. Unfortunately, the crew has shuffled off their mortal coils and are now making deals with this world's afterlife with their ferrymen of the Styx, except if you can't pay for your life's misdeeds, you end up as part of the crew on the Pauper's Fate. How was your cast? How was your raid this evening, Shadow Fox? What were you playing on? How did it go? Sorry, going back to Zuzu.
And also, Patrick J. Creates dropped 500 bits.
I saw that. Patrick, thank you. This is not the end of their characters by a long shot. So what we are going to do is going to go ahead, each of you go ahead and take a healing potion and put it in your bag. You can't really use it at the moment, but you have it for future use. So Patrick J. Creates, thank you for those bits. Appreciate that very much, sir. The cast will definitely benefit from that in the future. If you guys want to help out the cast or hinder the cast, depending on how masochistic you feel, you can hit the link there for the menu and see what you can do to influence the game. Playing some Warframe. I have known a lot of people that have been jumping back into Warframe lately. I think they added a new mode and have patched some things recently. So I've been seeing a lot of my favorite casters have been playing Warframe recently.
That's my hubby.
Hello, hubby, not my hubby, her hubby. Just so no one's confused.
It's upstairs. Don't be shy.
All right, so sorry, going back to Zuzu and his scales. You were saying that he knew something about not really being able to get out of this deal because of his time with the Deniers of Paradise?
Yeah, I'd imagine just kind of because of what that particular group is all about. He would at least have some depth of knowledge about what's exactly happening right now, and would know that there's no like trying to barter with this particular scenario.
Okay. So he's just kind of accepting of his, he kind of nods and...
Yeah.
Okay, and an oar appears in your hands. You find yourself rowing as part of a crew. And you notice two benches ahead of you. The familiar back of a tiefling head.
Am I like able to get up from where I am, or am I kind of just like stuck in place?
That's a good question. I hadn't thought that far through. Because part of me, so the storyteller part of me says, no, you're probably shackled. The GM part of me that wants to move the story forward says, no, you're probably free to get up and mingle. Thinking about it, because you're on this undead ship, because there's not really anywhere for you to go at the moment. No, you're not shackled. I think you can get up and go move about.
Okay. Well, I will actually maybe strike an even ground between those two things. And instead of getting up to move to her, I'm going to look around at the rest of the benches in here and just the room in general and keep an eye out for the rest of my companions.
Okay. You do notice that there are 3 empty spots at the moment. Toka. The same scenario, the skeleton hand, barnacled and molded cuff reaching out towards you, open, awaiting payment, as the voice says, what is Toka's full name? Because I know he's got a full name.
His name is just Toka, but his
he's got a title. So
his performer name is the Shark's Fury.
So you hear the voice address you, Toka, the Shark's Fury. Your life filled with much rage, much anger, and pain inflicted not only on yourself, but on those around you during these times of great struggle. Your life is imbalanced. You did watch out for those around you, putting their safety first. But your rage led you to rash action and decision, and because of so, your life is out of balance by 300 gold.
I saw the other 2 already go down, right?
No, none of you have seen the others' interactions. This is a private kind of screening.
You're in the confessional.
Yeah. Toka shakes his head and says, the only thing of worth that I have is my sword.
Do you put it on the scale?
No.
Okay.
Because Toka's sword is also Toka's life.
Okay.
If he were to lose that, he would feel it as a great dishonor upon himself.
Okay. The figure nods, and you find yourself now seated below deck, an oar in your hands. Looking around, you can see Zuzu off to your left, and the back of Jenka's head there in front of you a few aisles forward. Arlen, I can't do an Irish accent and this voice at the same time. I gotta pick one or the other. Arlen, your life was filled with mischief, with taking of things that did not belong to you, with not doing things that were in your best interest, things that were not of the best interests of those around you. And as such, your life is out of balance. And you can see on the scale weights for every time that she stole something, every time that she lied, every time that she deceived someone. And there are some good things. There are things there where she was comforting and caring and went out of her way to ensure the safety and comfort of others, but they are greatly outweighed by her thefts and her deceit. And he looks at you and he says, Arlen, your life is out of balance. For you, purchase off of the pauper's fate is 450 gold.
I'm dead. I ain't got that kind of money.
And so you serve your sentence amongst the crew. And you find yourself at the front of the ship, the very front. There's no rows in front of you, and an oar in your hands. And then finally we get to Arias. Arias, your life is out of balance. There were times that you should have put others ahead of yourself. Times that you chose to be selfish instead of work for a greater good. It is time to pay your debts. And there's a scale there You've got all these selfish acts that Arias took, where he, maybe he ran from battle at one point to save his own skin, rather than rally with the rest of his troop, or times where he scarfed down the last of his meal knowing that there was somebody there just outside his door starving. And he says, "Your life is out of balance by 200 gold."
I do not regret my life.
And you just get a solemn kind of nod from the figure. And then you find yourself directly to the right of... So, Jinka is sitting on the furthest inside position on the bench, and you are across the aisle sitting on the furthest inside bench next to her. So you have the aisle between you as you are beginning to row. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session. As you guys have now met the captain of the Pauper's Fate, you've been introduced to your afterlife. The characters are not dead, and it is a final death by any means. Because I hate killing characters. I just can't bring myself to do it. I get attached to them just like you guys do.
The level 3 characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what the fourth session.
It is. You guys decided to take on the whole pirate crew.
We didn't.
I mean,
Yeah, we didn't decide to take on a pirate crew.
you didn't stop him from taking on the whole pirate crew
I
either.
tried.
8-foot turtle, little tiefling.
Yeah,
So-
but see, I think if Ari would have stood in the way and told him no, Toka would have listened. Because
But not when Zoo
Damn it,
does it.
Ari.
because in his eyes, Ari is his baby.
By the
So
way, for the record, not that it's a competition or anything, but I had the highest bounty for the Pauper's Fate.
you heard it here. Zoro's character's the worst out of all of us.
That's
Oh
right.
man! If I could tell you what turned her life around, I would. That made her a complete
Imp.
terrible person.
I think a shocker to a lot of people, I had the most balanced life.
Hey, Bubber,
Yeah.
how are you doing this evening, sir?
I have to say, you are an incredibly evil DM, and I love you for it. Because like we got down there, and I saw the 14 tokens. I'm like, oh, okay,
Rip
these are
Mike.
probably all like 1/8 challenge rating, and then I see Bandit Captain pop up on the first roll, and I'm like, oh my god, we are so screwed.
They are only CR2. You guys should have been able to handle 1.5 of them. There were only 14.
Only
Only.
I mean, to be fair, you guys were like, let's go fight a whole pirate crew, and the pirate crew
because
was not
I was
something you
I
should have
was
been fighting
expecting.
yet.
I was like the descriptions that we are given. I was expecting them to be a lot of them to be like malnourished, whipped dogs, and not battle hardened sailors.
Most of the ones that have been on the ship for a while are there because they realized, oh, if I follow the rules, I don't get the shit beat out of me, and I can make some money and stay.
Losing fear.
I was really hoping that wearing Plug's head on my hip and carrying his body up the stairs would have earned me some friends.
No, there. So
Quite the opposite.
I'm not going to spoil things because Captain Harrington may make a return at some point. But they're more afraid of Captain Harrington than they were Mr. Plug. For reasons that I'm not going to spoil. Because
He's actually a kraken.
no, nothing quite that outrageous, but he's definitely worth being afraid of. So you guys that have come in from the raids tonight, thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate it. We're going to go on our own raid here in just a minute as we wrap up. But before we do, Zora, for me, why are you here? What do you do on the internet, and who are you?
I'm
In
here
that
because
order.
my teammates let me down, and now I'm dead. My
That's
teammate Toga.
that's
You're
fair.
the most expensive dead person.
No,
so it's okay.
we're gonna blame Zoo on this because he didn't help at all.
He didn't initiate it. But anyway. I am Zoro from E3. I am temporarily taking a break from streaming, but when I do stream, I am a variety streamer and creative streamer. So in the meantime, while I'm on my break, I am still drawing, still doing commissions, and playing with friends while being here twice a week with these awesome, redonkulous people. And that is me on the internet.
Right on. HP Fox, why are you here? What are you doing here? And what do you do on the internet?
I am HB Fox, and today I learned that Zoo no longer has to roll a dice when he's deciding if he should retreat or not. He's just going to leave.
Like, you know what? No, fuck this. Fair enough.
You know, he just discovered what happens when he stays, so...
All right.
Aside from that, I'm the manager for the Hunter Wild, and we have a community and discussion-driven variety cast here on Twitch. And we're doing lots of interesting and new things in the upcoming months. So stop by and say hi.
Right on. Rojan, who are you? Why are you still on this channel, and what do you do on the internet?
I'm still on this channel because I absolutely love you guys. I am Rojan Quest. I am one of the DMs here on Dungeons and Distractions. You can catch me here on Tuesdays DMing Gibbering Mouthers. Wednesdays being the world's best turtle dad, Toka.
Your mic is fucking up.
I have a horrible mic for some reason.
There you go.
And then on Sundays, I play Schultz's favorite hacky sack, Alexis. When I'm not here, I am on my own channel playing a variety of RPGs, fighting games, and FPSs. Currently working through Ghost of a Tale and looking forward to starting the Kinseed closed beta on Friday.
Right on. Hybrid Magpie, I swear I'm not turning my book in late. Why do you look like a librarian, and who are you?
My name is Hybrid Magpie. I am primarily a creative cat. Now I can't see. Creative cat.
You broke, Max. Well done.
It happens at least once a show.
They're facts.
And I do stuff like emotes, overlay, channel art, character drawings, little cutesy stuff like that. And every once in a while, we do play the occasional video game.
All right. Raven's like, who are you? What are you doing on the internet? When are you giving me one of your guitars?
To the guitar question, I don't know. I could be convinced to play for you. But anyways, I'm Raven. I am a variety caster here on Twitch. I am just going to say it now. The next month and a half is going to be filled with nothing but probably BattleTech and the occasional other game. Let's be honest about this. I have a slight addiction. Outside of that, I broadcast mostly in the later evenings. So if you're night owl, come stop by, say hi.
Right on. And I'm Ippius. I run Dungeons and Distractions here on Twitch. We currently do 3 shows a week. We have Sunday nights is Blood Moon Adventures, which is our 5th edition Tomb of Annihilation game. Tuesday nights is Gibbering Mouthers, which is a 5th edition, I don't know what to call it anymore because you guys just started a new season, Insanity game, which they literally just started a new season yesterday. So if you want to get in on the ground floor of a new campaign with some new characters, new cast members, now is the time to do that. And then Wednesday nights is Keelhauled, which is our low magic 5th edition pirate game where I like to kill everybody. I don't like to do it, but it drives the story forward, so I'm going to have fun doing it. That being said, we are in the process of casting for another show, and in the process of, I can't talk about it, another show, which I can't talk about it. I can talk about it real soon, and I really want to talk about it, but I can't. So I'm just going to tease you like that. We are going to go on a raid. Here is something we do to go pass our love and support onto another Twitch broadcaster. We're going to go raid this evening Spooner Sloth, who's one of our cast members on the Sunday night show. It helps if I get the command right. He plays Kinku, or he plays Fives, a Kinku monk. So what I would like you to do who is literally deteriorating before everyone's eyes. What I would like you to do is copy that raid message. I heard there were dragons in here. Hit join raid at the top of the chat. Go show him some love and support. He is playing Mech Warrior, Battletech, whichever one you want to call it. Ek Warrior, that works too. But you guys, thank you so much for hanging out, for the follows, for the support, for the subs, for the bits this evening. I love your faces. We'll see you next time.
That wasn't supposed to happen.